yeah. So all we need to do then, all we need to do is tune it in a little bit more, and we can get Foxx.
Let me tune it.
It'll be fine if you leave it, won't it?
Yeah, it's that whistling you get in the background. And
I think I'm in. Am I in?
I bet you're in. Yeah.
I'm looking good. Is my picture nice and clear?
Yes. Yeah. You're looking a bit fuzzy around the edges.
Yeah, you've got different angle to normal.
I know. I moved the camera a bit. I also went back in time about 2.5 years.
I just need to move the aerial to one side, point it towards the window. We can pick you up a little bit better.
Hang on. No, it's gone wrong now. You've broken it now.
No. Try turning it off and on again.
Yeah.
I think that's better.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Monday Night Live Stream. With
why am I waving?
Yeah, we're all waving.
I'm waving as well.
Yeah, we're all waving. Yeah, Foxx is with us tonight. Unfortunately, he's going to be sound only because his camera didn't work yesterday and it's not worked since. So, but we really think that it's laundry time and he's got no clothes to wear, so he's just not wanting to appear on camera.
Yes, I'm hosting naked.
He's got nowhere to clip his microphone.
Yeah, nowhere to clip his microphone too. So yeah, mind you, we will want to inflict that probably before the watershed anyway. So yeah, so good evening, everybody. Welcome. It's Monday night. It's Monday night's live stream. It's your show where it's up to you to chat, put your questions to us, make up nonsense, talk about nonsense. We're just here to facilitate all that because it's primarily a modelling shop. But we talk about a random rubbish, really.
We're masters of facilitating shenanigans and nonsense, aren't we?
Yes, we can talk nonsense for England, as we usually do.
As always, don't forget, if you are watching this and you want to join in the live chat, we will be doing. I'm still pointing with my hands and everything, like I'm on telly. I'll start again. Do join in the live chat. Because we'll give away stickers and things later on. If you're watching this somewhere that's not on YouTube, like on eModels.co.uk/live, then just click on the little YouTube icon if somebody can demonstrate.
We're doing the pointing.
Yep. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yep, click on the little YouTube icon that's down on the left-hand corner or right-hand corner somewhere. That'll
down there somewhere.
It'll insta-magically transport you to the YouTube zone where you'll have the live chat and you can join in. So do come and join in because there's a million people in there and they're all awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And as we say, it's down to you to send in some questions and things. You can either type them in chat. If you type them in capitals, we hopefully will see them and we'll pick them up. We'll read them out. Or any comments. If you're not in chat and you are watching, just send them to Ted at eModels.co.uk, and we'll read them out from there. So if you have any comments or questions, remember, if you do send us a question for a sticker and we read it out, you win a sticker as well, really.
So, if you want to ask us a question... Oh, sorry. Go on.
I was just going to say, did Ted almost say send your emails to me at eModels.co.uk?
yeah, Ted at eModels.co.uk.
I put that in chat for everybody. Do remember, of course, if you want to ask us a question and you have access to the chat, put your chat in big fat capital letters, or put your question in big fat capital letters, or in bold, as Ted would describe it. Or if you want to, you can hit the little dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window, which is the super chat, and that puts your question in a big coloured box. I've got to tell you guys, doing this without having to look at the camera, it's brilliant. I'm sitting here and I'm twiddling a hair bobble in my hand, and I've got a coffee to hand, and I could technically sit here doing some painting while we're doing this. Is brilliant.
I think next week we'll do a live stream like this.
Yeah, I'm sat here in me Jimmy Jams. It's dead comfortable.
Hang about. Let me just take my shirt off. Yeah. Okay, I'm ready now. Yep.
You put it back on.
We can.
It's not great for the viewers, but it's really relaxing for the host. I've got to tell you.
Yeah, we could do the eModels podcast, radio podcast, so you could just listen to it. Yeah.
We have a question.
Oh.
The half site, and we'll go through the chat properly in a minute, but I've just spotted one now. The half site says, question. This is a stupid question, but I feel I need to ask. Since Pledge is an acrylic gloss coat, has anyone ever tried dry brushing it? No, I don't know why you would, to be honest.
But no, I was just wondering why you would anyway.
Yeah, you don't really. I mean, gloss coat. You don't really dry brush glosses anyway. But no benefit to dry brushing. It self levels like a demon. So if you want it as a gloss coat, you just brush it on or airbrush it. You don't need to dry brush it.
Yeah, it's not going to give you the right sort of finish if you dry brush it, is it? Anyway,
No,
so
I don't. I mean, unless you wanted like sparkly bits on corners, but don't know why you would. To be honest, probably wouldn't be that significant of an effect. But no, good question.
Yeah.
Forming Shadow says NASA just landed a new probe on Mars. Yes, science.
Yeah, I see. As we came in, there was a lot of chat already going on about NASA and Mars and things like that. So, just going right back to the start.
We have a lander on Mars again. It's like Viking all over again. Where's Carl Sagan to stand next to it on the?
I did see a thing on the BBC News channel which Mars probe has a frightening 3 minutes something.
There's the 7 minutes of terror, which is when it tries to it's landing on Mars and it loses communication because it's going through the atmosphere.
It's a bit like us. 7 minutes to go before we go live, isn't it?
Yeah, 7 minutes of terror and then 2 hours of terror, and then for the viewers, it's just 2 hours of terror.
But they still come each week. So you never know. We could be inhabiting Mars within years.
Within then probably never. Yeah,
we could all live on the moon and have purple hair and things like that.
Well, if they asked you to go, would you?
We're
looking for people to go to Mars. How about it? Would you want to go?
Well,
if Elon Musk is involved in it, no way. I'm just with him.
Yeah, think about Mars. There's no corner shop. There's no McDonald's.
When am I going to get my kebabs?
Is there a Greg's?
It's damn hot. It's probably a Greg's.
It's probably a Greg's.
Yeah, it's probably a Greg's.
It's almost certainly a Starbucks.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, I know you can grow potatoes and stuff in poop, but I don't think you could grow your own kebabs, so I wouldn't want to go.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that film. David Moore said he'd go. Tim Small said signing up to Mars. Sheldon Cooper has his name down for Mars. Yeah, big bang. Ostrich has a good point. There's no pubs, so you'd have to take your own, wouldn't you? You'd have to take a few tinnies up with you. So,
deep fried Mars bars on tap, says Sprue Addict. Any model shops on Mars, says Pete Rogers. Nah.
I wouldn't think there's any model shop there, but eModels might deliver.
I'm not sure that they'll be delivering to Mars anytime soon.
Yeah, they'll deliver anywhere.
Be a long way for Gav on his bike, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Digger Evans says, I would go, but there's a bad atmosphere. Try the fish.
Yeah, court's over there.
Will my airbrush work on Mars? Asks Simon D.
Only if you've got an air tank.
Nevbo Model Making is in, Andy, our new video creator. One of our 2 new video makers.
Indeed.
Yeah,
that's what we'll do tonight as well. We'll announce what the new guys are building as well.
Yes, we've got new meat. You all know we've got new meat to make video contents. We've got boots. We've got 2 new boots, as they say in the American.
2 or 4?
2.
They got 2 each, didn't they?
No, it's the nickname for a recruit is a boot.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. If you're an American policeman, I guess. I don't know. I'm shutting up now. It's difficult when I've not got pictures. I've only got speaking.
Yes, that's a point as well. Your moderators are in chat tonight. There's a few in. Festa's in. I think Dad was in as well. Nevbo and all the others. If you have any problems, you can always message moderator if we miss it or anything like that.
Or if you cause any problems, they'll find you.
Yeah, they'll find you.
Just because we've got a lot of new people in tonight, so just a reminder for everybody, it is a family-friendly show, so keep it clean in the chat. Keep it clean and polite. You can get a little bit double entendres, that's fine. Just keep it nice and polite, and obviously don't mention other retailers and businesses and things. It's an eModel show, so keep it clean, keep it nice and polite, family friendly. There you go. Somebody asked me a question. Brian Windmill, half of Windmill and Cardboard, the 2 best names in the entire group. Brian Windmill says, Fox, any news on the Falcon? Not yet. I'm waiting for James Mate to send me one. I don't know if they've got them in yet. Is it still pre-order on the website or is it live?
I've never looked.
Let me have a look.
You can have a look because you can do it without looking like you're looking. Because you just
while you're looking that up, Norman D has a question for us. He says, "Do you find you're more productive modelling wise during the winter or summer evenings?" Yeah, I think everybody tends to find. Well, certainly for me, I tend to find that I'm more productive during the winter because the dark nights are in, and during the summer, I think you'd probably find a lot more excuses to get out and about or stay out later.
Yeah, you're less likely to go out anywhere when it's cold and miserable and dark.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, summer in my room here, summer gets just, even with the window open, the fan on, it gets sometimes just too hot to work. Because you've got all the lights on in here. I've got all the lights on. If I'm trying to film, I've got all the lights on and the computer at full whack and the filming, and everything's hot. And I'm like, I need to go outside and sweat.
Have you got all the lights on now?
No, I don't need any of the lights on. I've got a light on. Just to respond to the question, the Perfect Grade Bandai Millennium Falcon, imported by Revell, is still in pre-order on the website, so I'm guessing they haven't had the delivery from Revell.
Yeah, Brian Wimwell just said that in chat. He just said it's still on pre-order. So
yes, so they'll be waiting for a big delivery from Revell. I'm getting one. I've got one on pre-order, so as soon as they arrive, I'll get sent that. And then it's going to be a little while because I've got to finish my Strike Rouge Master Grade. Then I've got to do the little U-boat for eModels. Then I've got to do my Master Grade Sazabi, and then I'll be doing my Perfect Grade.
Is it actually the same size as the one in your picture?
Is the what? No, that is a fine molds Millennium Falcon in my 2-year-old photograph.
Yeah, but is that 72?
That's 1/72 scale, yes.
So it's the same size?
Yes, it is. It will be maybe a smidge bigger because it's the New Hope one, not that's the Empire Strikes Back one.
So is that a Millennium Falcon in your picture?
Yes, it is.
Oh, is it?
And sat behind it, to show you how old that picture is, sat behind it is the Striker that I built for eModels 2 years ago. Bits. That's how old that photograph is, but that's how big a 1/72 scale Millennium Falcon is.
I can't see the cockpit on that. What happened to that?
It just looks like a widget pizza. I thought it was round.
There's a stick to the side with 6 episodes on it. Get that in there first.
Yeah.
Spitter Q8's in. He says, "Hello, Ted, Chris, and Fox's voice."
Yeah, Fox's voice. The voice from beyond.
Yeah, see, the good thing is now I'm not on camera. I can actually tweak my volume and I can come up dead close. This is Radio 4. In half an hour, it's The Archers, where some bloke does a thing with a cow. However, first, some nutters talk about models. And by models, we mean everything apart from models.
Yeah, that's us. Yeah. Was
that really, really loud?
No, that was fine.
That was all right, yeah.
I got like really close to the microphone. That's the advantage of these microphones. You can get real close.
Mm.
Dave Cardboard, the other half of Windmill and Cardboard.
Yeah, I think they are a double act.
We need to go back in time and do a 1970s British police show with Dave Cardboard and Windmill and Cardboard. Right, Dave Cardboard says, question. Getting water up in the air this week. Compressor already has tank and moisture trap. Any tips on A, how to avoid it, B, how to cope when it splats onto subject? Get another moisture trap, but get an inline one that goes on the end of your airbrush.
Yeah, just also check that your compressor tank is drained. Usually, if you have a look underneath, there's a little drain tap. Water will sit in the bottom and then eventually work itself back into the system. Usually,
after a drain tank, a tap on mine. It's got a pulley up thing to get the air out, and it's got a
little
moisture trap, but not actual tank thing.
Yeah.
It's some ropey Chinese knockoff, so I don't.
Well, you just drill a hole in it and then put a.
Yeah, when it's fully pressurized.
Sure, it'll be fine. Just turn it upside down.
Yeah, but yes, I mean, there's no harm. For a long time, what I had a moisture trap on. I've got a moisture trap on my compressor, but I also put an inline moisture trap on the handle on the grip of my airbrush. So I've got 2 moisture traps. You can't go wrong with 2 moisture traps. It could also just be that maybe the moisture trap isn't working anymore. The membrane could have become fouled or could have become damaged, and it's getting through.
Is it particularly humid in the environment you're trying to spray it? Isn't it? So it's sucking in the compressing air that is moist. That would make it appear quicker, wouldn't it?
Hang on, I've got to do this.
Oh dear.
Moist.
His camera's going to be working next week.
Is that how we finished last week? We need some squishy words.
Yes, squishy words.
Yeah, I don't know where that early this week. No.
But yeah, generally when you're compressing air like that and then expanding, you are going to generate a lot of moisture. So that's what the moisture trap gets rid of, condensation. But it's going to be either in the tank, in the trap that's not working, or it's coming from one of those two places. So it could be, if it's an old compressor, it could just be compressors on its last legs. But I'd get yourself a little inline moisture trap that can go on your airbrush, just to see if that fixes it, because that will anything that gets through your trap and into the airline, that will catch it. And it is the worst thing when you get a blob of water in your paint. You're like, oh.
The thing to do then is panic. See if it dries out first. Don't try to sort of mist it over, put some more paint on it, because it'll just bubble off. Just leave it, see if it dry off, and see if you can get away with it. But if not,
Scale Model Muse is bedazzled by my intense, complicated technical terminology. A pulley-uppy thing.
Vincent at Mr. Loft's Model Making does answer you. It says the last word from his local shop is that Revell themselves have run out of stock trying to supply all the European shops of Falcon.
Wow, if only they'd just kind of, done some kind of planning of this.
And had more of them.
Yeah.
So have Europe got them all first?
Probably. Revell
Probably, yeah. Tim Smaller's got a question. He obviously missed out last week. He says, who are the new builders?
Oh, yes. What? Can Ted even remember?
I can't remember.
There's that one there and another one.
Yeah, Simon and Andrew.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't write the channel. I didn't write the channel names down, so I can't remember.
We have Andrew from Nevbo Model Making. He's in chat tonight. He's one of our mods. He likes to make his shiny shinies, and we're going to show you in a bit what they're actually making.
Yeah, I think we'll do that in a moment. When you've introduced them, we'll show them what.
Yes, in the left corner, in the blue corner, we have Andrew from Nevbo Model Making. And his first build will be revealed in a moment. And in the other corner, which is, I guess the red corner, we have Simon from Gundam UK. Some of you may know him from his channel where he does Gundam builds. So you can imagine what he'll kind of be focusing on.
He's doing tanks, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing aircraft, basically.
Yeah.
But yes, so Simon and Andrew from Never Model Making and Gundam UK. So obviously, we don't pimp our own stuff on here, but do go along and check the channel out anyway.
Yeah, I'll actually do a screen share and I'll show you what the guys have decided to build. So when I can, right, I'll look it on me.
Don't press the big button.
Yeah, do a screen share. Everybody goes like that.
Not screen share.
Screen share. This is what Andrew's going to build.
Yes.
Yes, he's going to. He says that nobody.
On you, Ted.
Yeah,
we have to remind you.
Yeah, he said that nobody on the eModels build has done a shiny car, so he's going to do this one. It's the LaFerrari, and he's going to do it in yellow. I think I understand that yellow was the original Ferrari colour. I may be wrong, but I understand that it wasn't always red; it was yellow. So he's doing a yellow Ferrari, and he's acquired all the photo etch and the carbon fibre extras for it from eModels. So he'll be putting that together on the film for all of us to watch at our leisure and pleasure.
Yes, and we're all going to just completely do a James May, keep calling it the Ferrari.
Yeah.
So, I believe he is, in fact, in receipt of it now, isn't he? He's got it.
Yes, he has received it. It has been received.
He's got it, and no doubt he'll be reading the instructions while in bed, as we all do, and rattling through all the sprues while in bed of an evening, and acquainting himself with all the instructions. And the other one, it's not in stock at eModels at the moment, but it's this. Hang on, I'll see if...
Simon may have snagged the last one that was in stock, or it sold out.
I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit.
But he will be building the master grade 1/100 scale Char's Zaku 2.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like the one Chris did, but bigger and more manly.
Bigger and redder.
Obviously red.
And I think he's already made a start on it.
I think he's probably already finished it by now. He seems to work quite quickly.
So keep an eye out on the eModels Facebook page, because these guys will be doing a bit of a press release and showing what they build.
Andy says in chat, "Wait, what? I have to film it."
Yeah, you got yeah. Don't forget, there was some catch to it. Yeah.
I knew there was a catch.
Yeah, so that's what the guy's going to build. So keep a lookout on the eModels Facebook page. They'll be doing a bit of a press release, tell you what they're getting up to, and soon we hope to be seeing some video footage from them.
Speedy Curate says yellow was the original Ferrari colour of choice until Enzo had an unfortunate nosebleed on the first technical drawing, which was eagerly rushed into production and the spray shop. The rest is history. This may or may not be true.
Yeah, so no, you know, I told you, if we didn't know, we just make it up, or the guys in chat will tell you.
Or the guys in chat will make it up as well, because, you know.
Yeah.
Tim Small asks, and this is Adam then, asks Andrew, how are you going to finish the Ferrari? What type of gloss will you use? Now, it's up to Andrew if he wants to answer here. He's already said. Although I was going to say, he could keep it in mystery until he does the video. He's going to use the Mig Lucky Varnish, he says. Let's have a look. There was a quick question from Rob B. He said, any news on the 132nd B24 availability? We don't actually work for eModels, so we don't have any insight into their stock and when they're getting stuff in. If you ever need to know if they're going to get something or when they're going to have it or when it's going to be in stock, just either give them a call or drop them an email, sales@emodels.co.uk, or use the contact form on the website and just ask them, hey guys, when are you going to have this in? And they'll be able to tell you when it's in. And if it's something they're not going to carry, they can probably still get it for you anyway.
Yeah. No harm in dropping them an email.
Yeah, I mean, there's no harm in asking us because we might just happen to know.
Yeah, sometimes as well, as we saw when we went to eModels that time, that they had that huge French car. So if somebody wants something in particular, they won't order stocks of it; they'll just order that specifically for you. So yeah, always.
Christopher Taylor does say yellow is Ferrari's brand colour, but they use red as it's the national colour of Italy.
Yeah, I knew there was something I'd read somewhere. You know, my mind is full of useless information, and I sort of tucked it in the back of my mind that yellow was the actual Ferrari colour. So
yeah, Scale Model Vamp says, but Enzo beat up Lamborghini, so that's where the blue Lambos come from.
No.
And I have to say this, having worked on some of these cars, when you actually get them in real life and you've got your Lamborghinis and Ferraris and you deal with them every day, they're not that impressive.
Still locked on me.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, they can't see me anyway. Yeah, when you're actually exposed to them every day, they just turn into, they're just cars. I've just annoyed every car fan out there now, but yeah, the sheen is lost a bit when you see them every day and you're there hoovering the inside and polishing the outside. It's like, ugh, give me a Volkswagen Golf any day.
Sprue Glue says, hello, Mama Fox. So at least we know we're not going to have you being attacked by...
Well, you're not, because she's watching I'm Not a Celebrity Get Me a Career.
Is that because you're not on the telly, eh? We're not good enough for her.
You watch nonsense, shenanigans.
That's another thing. Now we're famous and on TV as such. One of us may be selected to go on I'm a Celebrity.
Well, they did ask me, but I don't.
Yeah, I'd be all right, 'cause I'll eat anything.
I'm busy.
Would you go?
I'll put anything in my mouth. Sharpie's Models and Aquatic says, question, any news on the Kitty Hawk or Zvezda? I always get that wrong. Zvezda at 148, 130. Again, we don't have access to, we don't know what stock they've got or going to get or when it. So drop them an email or give them a call. They'll be able to let you know. So we don't work for eModels. We're just idiots that volunteer to do this.
Oh yeah, we just turn up, raid the shelves and leave.
Yeah, we just get what we can as freebies and leg it.
We go, demand coffee, take things and leave.
Yes. Let's have a look.
But they will give anyone a coffee as long as you bring cakes, won't they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you turn up with donut, if you turn up with one of them Tesco's 12 packs of Krispy Kreme donuts, James will more than happily make you a couple of coffees.
Cakes are always tradable.
Yes. It's like a prison movie, but instead of cigarettes, they're trading you cakes.
Yeah. Speaking of things from eModels, it was Black Friday last week, wasn't it? Yes. Between last week's show and this week's show, it was Black Friday in the middle. Did you take advantage? Chris, you took advantage, didn't you?
I did. I haven't had it yet. It's being delivered tomorrow.
Ah, right.
I know you ordered after me and got yours like the day after you ordered.
I'll tell you this.
I ordered early in the morning and they shipped it today. So I think it's not who you know.
I'll tell you the secret later. Yeah. I did take advantage. Not much of an advantage because there's not a lot I really wanted. But I did buy some Tamiya British infantry because it's simple, easy figures to build, put together.
How many are in that pack? Because that's quite a big box for a.
It's quite a big box. Yeah, there's 5. It's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 figures in it. Sort of just.
And 2 of them are really big.
Yeah, these are the big guys. These are guys you don't want to mess with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead engineers.
Yeah. So I got that. They're going to go with my diorama, the little diorama for my Matador that I'm building. I also took advantage, and I picked up this because it was really cheap. I've always fancied building one of these, just a small sort of little build to build. Plus, there's 3 figures in it as well. I might do something with that as well, along the lines of the Matador, with a little bit of a small diorama, just to build.
That Matador is actually quite big there, Ted, in the background.
Yeah.
For a 135th truck, it's quite a big.
This thing.
Yeah, it's quite big and sizable.
Yeah, this. Yeah, we should. I should say, what have you been doing this week? Well, I've been doing this. It's all coming together a little bit from last week. Now the wheels don't drop off. It's the AFV Club 135th Matador. I've painted it. Yeah, the windows are still all masked off. So if you're wondering why there's no glass in it, 135th scale. I've done it in AK real colour, which are really a matte finish on it. Really good, laid down well, fantastic paint to use.
You are liking those real colours, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm liking them. Yeah, that's something else bought from eModels as well on the Black Friday deal. Some of the AK real colours. And yeah, fantastic little colours to go on the model, and it's really finishing it off well. So yeah, a little bit more work to do on that. Yeah,
that's says that looks cool, and Speedy Curate says it's looking very nice.
Yeah,
the third says the Bren carrier it looks really good.
Yeah, I've always fancied doing the Bren carrier. I didn't even build it as a kid really. I've always fancied doing it just because it's a nice smallish little kit. And
also,
doing this one,
his caps lock on, and it all went horribly wrong.
Yeah. So what I'll do, I'll get this sort of a little bit more on, and now I've sort of got the mojo going again. I'll be able to get back into building the submarine. So yeah.
I see a few people in chat have been saying what they bought at the.
What did
Anders Ericsson says he got himself a TR1 airbrush.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the big purchase is definitely the time to do it when you get an extra bit of sale on there.
Has he got the TR1N or the TR1 normal? The button on the
just says TRN1. It doesn't actually say.
Yes.
Yeah. Rusting Customs Model bought a spray booth and some new nippers.
Cool. What, new children?
Yep.
You can buy children at eModels. Cool.
Zadster says he was taking advantage, but they sold out of stuff like Tamiya Extra Thin. I did hear that from somewhere else.
Yeah, that was Zadster that told us that, I think.
Was it?
I think, yeah, in my chat today. Or your chat. Yes, the thing with Black Friday is that if you want anything, you can't be hanging around. You can't take your time. Because what's in stock when you go into the store might not necessarily be in stock by the time you get to the checkout.
Yeah.
And as we know, Ted, what do they have to do?
Well, you've got to slap it in your basket. But remember, it's not yours until you check it out.
Yeah.
Pete Rogers says, I did, but didn't. I ordered, but didn't put the code in.
Oh, no. 600 quid with the stuff. Oh,
never mind.
You
you never know, though. Pete may turn up one time like he's done in the past and say, here's a discount code. Yeah. So keep watching. You never know. What else do we... It's simple. Nicholas C said his order's in 4 days. There's a lot more going on in chat.
Muse is off. Thanks for coming in, Muse.
Yeah, bye, Muse. AJ asked Ted, how did you mask the windows?
Carefully, very carefully. I just used Tamiya tape. What I did try to do was mask them off before I actually put the glass in the windows. So it's just a matter of far easier to do.
I have to ask the question of Ted, how did you make sure you didn't paint under the open window? Were you just careful in where you pointed the airbrush?
I just very carefully where I pointed the airbrush and shoved a little bit of tissue in it.
Or when I asked that question, at the exact moment I asked that question, did you think, oh, crap?
Good job. One thing about it, when you are building this model, it becomes extra fragile. When you get to this stage and you're spraying everything on, it becomes extra fragile because you've got the door open and you've got little wing mirrors on it and you've got all the stuff underneath. And you've got sort of sticky outy bits, and the top comes off.
Like a pulley uppy bit, sticky outy.
Yeah, sticky outy bit.
It's still got the wing mirrors as well. I'm quite impressed.
And you keep knocking them off. Bits keep falling off. So as you're moving it around to spray it, bits fall off.
Like that one.
I've actually glued the wheels on now, so the wheels don't fall off.
Good girl. Speedy Curate says you didn't get anything. Some other gits bought everything you wanted. Anders Ericsson says thanks to Foxx for the recommendation to it. I assume that's the TRN1, the airbrush. Jolly good. Let's have a look. Norman Long, he said, just got an Airfix 1/48 Blenheim, and it's fantastic. Sounds fantastic.
Cool.
That should be quite big if it's 1/48 scale as well.
Michael Jackman's still saving for the 116th A1M1 Abrams, and not got enough yet.
Is that the radio control one?
I think you can buy it radio controlled or just as the plastic kit, and it's a big save either way. I think.
Yeah, that's the one that comes with the metal hull, isn't it? The aluminium hull. So,
you can buy it with or without all the remote controlly bits. Yes, Michael, are you buying it with or without all the remote controlly bits? Because you can buy it just as a kit, and it's huge.
Spid says it happens to us as we get older, Ted. Bits falling off as we move around.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time. Bits fall off, bits break down. You have to go in for a refit, things like that.
Forming Shadow says he got an AMT. Well, I say he, could be a she. He or she got an AMT Ford XL hard top. A lot of flash to cut in this kit. Shell in great condition.
Nice.
There are some good old AMT car kits out there. They need a bit of cleanup and a bit of work. And some of the details are a bit soft here and there, but they actually go together quite nicely. Some AMT kits, of course, are terrible. Like, if you remember, anybody remembers the old... Oh, no, I'm not going to shut up. I was about to mention a kit that wasn't AMT, so I'll stop.
Glenn G's got a question for you, Fox. It says, did you try the homemade Yorkshire pud with jam that we discussed 2 weeks ago?
No, I haven't had a chance to try that yet. I've also never actually had to go at making it.
I forgot all about that because you had Yorkshire pud the other day and there was some left. So, yeah.
I've never actually made a Yorkshire pud. I've had Yorkshire pud, I've never made one.
No.
And I'm allergic to cooking. I like eating. I just can't be bothered with the cooking. Oh, and I forgot to say at the start, by the way, I just wish to give everybody in India say happy National Milk Day. It's Happy National Milk Day in India.
Is it?
Yes, it says it was where was it? It was done by Dr. Verghese Kurian, who is known as the father of the White Revolution in India.
Well, I totally missed that because I was celebrating the Mongolian Republic Day.
Oh, yes, it is, of course, Mongolian Republic Day as well.
I've totally missed
that.
So
happy Republic Day to the Mongolian viewers and happy National Milk Day to our viewers in India. I'm going to start a thing now every week where I just find out what each day is and say, right, happy whatever.
Well, you say you're going to do that, but you said you're going to do that this week and you forgot.
I know, I just remember now.
So next week you might well forget. I wouldn't say that it's a new thing you're going to start until you've actually started it.
I know. Now I've explained it, it's just going to die a death, isn't it?
Yeah. Jared B asks, Fox, can you put a clear coat over the top of C1 Metalizer?
Yes, you can.
Now, I've been playing with C1 Metalizer because I just got some for my next eModels build. So I've been painting some spoons in various different undercoats and covers and things. I haven't done any gloss coats over it, clear coats on them. I understand you can, but it does dull down the shine a bit. So yes. Fox is the one to know about that.
Yeah, you can. It depends what gloss coat you use, but for most of them, they're gonna take the little metallic tang off it a little tiny bit. It'll still look nice and shiny. It just won't be as shiny and deep and sort of reflective looking. There are certain gloss coats like Aqua Gloss from Alclad, and the gauzy stuff, I believe, is supposed to be quite good at not making the metallic shine and metallics go away. So it might be worth trying some of them. But generally, most glosses will take the sheen off a little tiny bit. However, it depends where you've got it on the model, because if it's part of a model you're never ever going to handle, you don't actually need to gloss coat it, because the C1 Metalizer is actually quite durable. It's quite tough. Once it's on the model, if it's something you're not going to handle regularly, you can just leave it unvarnished. The Straight Rouge Gundam that I'm working on right now, that I would show you on camera, but I can't because I've not got a camera. The entire inner frame is painted with, it was primed in UMP Gloss Black primer, and then it was done over with Vallejo real metal colours, Duraluminium, and then I went over with the C1 Metalizer, and that's the inner frame, and that's not been gloss varnished. I'm not going to gloss varnish it. It looks just right, but because it's never going to be handled once it's built, it doesn't really matter. It's not like graphite, which will come off on your fingers. If you handle it, it'll dull it down a little bit, but you can buff it to shine again. But all you need to do is, for the bit that's got the C1 on it, while you're building the model, just wear gloves. And then when the model's finished, that's it. If you don't need to handle it again, you're fine. It can keep the metallic sheen. I've also got the Mega Size Unicorn Gundam, which was coloured entirely in C1 Metalizer. They did all the external armour, and that's downstairs looking shiny as ever, and that hasn't got a gloss coat on it, and it's not lost any of the C1. It's quite durable. You don't actually have to gloss it, unless it's going to be something you're going to handle or take it to shows and move it around a lot. If it's something you're going to play on a tabletop like a miniature, you're going to want to gloss varnish it. But if it's a display queen, a shelf queen, you're never going to touch it. You don't need to gloss varnish it.
Yeah, we could just visualise that example that you're holding up there, Fox.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I can try and find a picture of my big unicorn if you want.
I'm just waiting for Andrew to build his shiny car, because I'm quite interested in seeing how shiny cars get built. So we don't often do shiny on the eModels channel, do we?
Well, that's why we had him join us.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, so we'll look forward to that.
Yeah, almost every day we're asking him, "Have you finished it? Have you finished it? Where is it?"
Oh yeah, I've looked.
Actually, that's a picture of my mega size unicorn Gundam. It's about 2.5, 3 feet tall or something stupid. It's ridiculously huge. All coloured in C1 metallized apart from the gold bits. And not a touch of gloss varnish on it. And it's in the cabinet downstairs, and it's quite happy. And if I ever do need to handle it, all I do is handle it for a little bit and then just wipe off any of the finger marks with a soft piece of cotton bud or makeup removal thing, and it goes back to a shine. So there you go.
When you say handle it for a little bit, you mean play with it, don't you?
No, as in like move it around to clean a shelf or something like that.
But why is it called a unicorn if it's got 2 prongs on top of his head?
Because when it's not in destroy mode, it's one big prong that sticks out the front.
Do you alter the position every time you go past it? Do you like move the arm?
No, it's in the cabinet. It doesn't get touched.
I used to do that. I had some Lego in front of the telly downstairs, and every night I used to move it just a little bit, and I'd have like the guy moving a little bit, and the kids were amazed. They came down the next morning, and it was like, it's moved.
The problem with that big mega size unicorn is it has the brewer's droop with the gun arm. So if you try and put the gun pointing up, it's about 3 foot across. But it just kind of gets the brewer's droop. It doesn't hold the way very well. So.
Everyone's saying that's a very nice transformer.
Shut up. We've had some responses to it being National Milk Day and Mongolian Republic Day, or whatever. Farnacle says, "Holy cow." Meatballs and Bobbington says, "Happy Meatballs Day." Osric 9000 says, "I've been to Magnolia. It was great."
Just a bit sort of samey.
And then he says, "Oh, Mongolia, sorry." I like Magnolia, to be honest.
Yeah, Eddie Math says it was a bit off-white.
Yeah.
How about Happy Flumps Day?
Oh, Flumps, yes.
Flumps.
Scale Model Vamp says he's got a 1975 MPC kit that's a re-release in 2017, but looks like it was moulded back in 1910. I have the dubious honour of a few years ago making the old original MPC Ertl, or is it AMT Ertl, snow speeder kit. Don't even mention, just don't.
I could quite honestly say that I've not been subject to any of these Star Wars, Star Trek type things yet.
Ted, you'll like this one. Michael Jackerman says, "I am expecting a 1/16 remote controlled Henglong ready-made Tiger 1 for Christmas."
Oh.
Does the significant other know that you're expecting that? And that you're getting that? It will have to be stripped down and painted and reassembled with all the extras and decals added, so it really is a kit. What do you boys think?
Yeah.
Well, Ted just adjusted how he's sitting, so that's probably good.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I've just read that. Yeah. Oh.
How quick does it go? It's going to have to go pretty quick, isn't it?
And if you're leaving it radio controlled, we need to see not just a picture of it. Send us some footage of it being tanking about,
driving over other radio controlled cars and things.
Yeah.
David Moore says, "Sorry, Fox. Well, we can't see you. Everything you say is coming across as a carry-on line." Oh, I know.
Oh, Matron.
Any more than normal.
Matron.
Oh wow! Lord Barkley III has just wins a gold star for a reference.
Yes.
Only 2 or 3 of us will get. He says,
Yeah.
Watch out, there's a Humphrey about."
Yeah. Does everybody remember the Humphreys? I think I asked this a few weeks ago. Nobody knew what the Humphreys were.
I know what the Humphreys are. Watch out, there's a Humphrey about.
Yeah, watch out, there's a Humphrey about. Pinch your milk. All the marching straws across the bottom of the screen.
And right now I've got a Penguin Cafe piece of music by Penguin Cafe called "Milk in My Head," and it's terrible. And I hate it.
What else? I was going to bring some. No, never mind. It's gone. It was.
Vincent, Mr. Lowe says to Michael Jackerman to use proper automotive paint on his big, massive tank, because Heng Long is all metal, isn't it? Get the model making equivalent of whatever colours you want as examples, and then have the colours mixed. And use a metal primer as well. Get like your Tamiya rattle cans or specific metal primers.
Yeah, I would think as well for a 1/16 scale, it's going to be huge.
It's massive.
Yeah, you're going to need some car paints that sort of rattle cans rather than airbrush. They'll do the job of it better and quicker.
Yeah, but yeah, you want to use proper metal primers as well.
Everybody seems to remember the Humphrey adverts from the 70s. Yeah.
I'm quite heartened by that because most people don't know what they were.
Yeah,
it just goes to show the average age of our audience.
Yeah, was it right that the Humphrey straws were full of sherbet? I thought they were just straws.
They were just straws. They nick your milk. There was a milk advert.
Yeah,
they did some sort of straw. I don't know if it was Humphrey straws, but there were some straws that not sherbet, but it had some sort of like Nesquik type.
Oh, you can get them.
So when you just suck through it, it flavours it and turns it into a milkshake.
Yeah, you get the milk chocolate straws. As you suck the milk up, it goes in milk at one end, it comes out chocolate milkshake at the other end. Done that.
Watch out! There's a Humphrey about. On Radio 4.
Spready Q says he doesn't remember them. He's not old enough.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, lots of things. Yeah, I just watched an old episode of the Professionals on TV tonight. It was rubbish.
Digger Evans says we're all codgers, haha. GB's Model Zone says for mash get smash. I used to have a smash robot.
We take these we smash them all to bits.
I used to have a toy robot, one of the advert robots.
Was it they were like a colander or something, weren't they?
Yeah, it was like two colanders put together.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing the hands and
I can see you doing it like that. I'll do it for you. There you go. I like that.
You can see me doing it.
Yeah. Is this Chris now saying he's not old enough to remember?
No, I remember the Smash adverts.
Yeah.
I'm younger than Foxx, but not by much.
Nobody's younger than Foxx. I mean, older than Foxx. Wait, I don't know which is the right one.
I'm older than Foxx. I remember black and white.
You were born in black and white, Ted.
Yeah.
Speak says he's surprised there isn't a kit of the Smash robots.
I think there is.
There probably will be somewhere.
Yeah.
I think there is somewhere. Like,
if you call James, mate, at eModels and say, "Can you find if there's a?" and they'll probably find one for you. You probably found that guy at Telford that had all that 35, 40-year-old kits.
I tell you what, I did see at Telford though. There was kits of the Angel Interceptors.
Yeah,
they were written. They were quite big and expensive, but there was some Angel Interceptors there that I would love to.
If it's the old kits, they're terrible.
No, these
terrible and really expensive.
If it's the old kits, they're like, they're a dog. You have to really put a lot.
No, these were a new molding. I think they're in resin by some sort of garage producer. They were looking really smart. So yeah.
Mr. Lur's model making says to asking about the tanker, Dunkel Gelb or Dunkel Grau? I think he just answered to the quiz question.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Stephen Ralph said the Professionals. It was rubbish. Yeah, it was. But it was also.
I saw D.I. Burnside in an episode of Sweeney Fox. He was more like D.I. Sideburn. I mean the actor Burnside. I love him. I need to go back and start watching The Bill again. I worked all the way from 1984. And I got to 2003 when it's turned into a soap opera, and I tuned out. So it took me about 2 years to get through them all, so I need to go back and start watching them again. Earl D asks if you got the picture he sent you.
I did get the picture. Yeah, it's on. It's in the emails from Duncan. I'm just wondering how we can try and share that.
I can't shoot it. I can. I can't. No. Yeah, you'd have to open it on your PC, and then screen share it. I can't go into the emails.
No, I'm not in the emails either. I've got it on my phone. I'll try and enlarge it on the phone.
Hang on. Is it? What's the picture? Is it the? The TED scale?
It looks like the Doctor Who TED.
I've got that on my computer because he sent that to me on a messenger. Hang on. Hang on.
Fox is in charge of all the audio visual effects for tonight.
Can do all the sound effects.
Phil Lewis says it was studio scale resin kit of the Angel Interceptor. Yeah, I would have loved. Yeah, I would love to do one of them. But they
he also says that he gunk washed a Space Marine and it looks mint. Right, I've got that picture. I shall save it as. G'day, Brew. Save ears, Brew. He says he's found a rare model of Doctor Who, and it's a special rare model of Doctor Who. I've got to find it now. Hang on, where's my desktop? Oh, no, that's not. That's not the right picture of Ted, but it's a different Ted. That's gone wrong. Hang on.
That's me on the way home.
Right, I don't know how I can do this now without actually showing my desktop. Hang on, this is going to get complicated.
Have you made sure all your nasty tabs are shut?
There we go. Can you see it?
Yes.
There we go. It's a rare model of Doctor Who Ted.
Yeah, it does have a moustache as well.
Yes, if it comes out on the picture, but yes, it does actually have a moustache as well.
I need to next time you're passing, see if you can slip it in your bag and send it to me.
Slip it in your bag.
Slip it in your basket.
It's not yours till you check it out.
Yeah. There's Ted again. Drive it.
But we don't condone drinking and
yes,
driving.
No, you spilled too much.
Yeah, pretty much.
AJ says he had 3 of the Angel Interceptor 172nd kits in my stash for 20 years. Never got round to building them.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to leave them.
Yeah.
Mind you, if you go back to them now, they'll have those beautiful yellow decals. I made a couple of those when I was a kid as well. Ones. They're a bit of a dog of a kit.
Yeah, that could be going back to the theme that we came in on, because that was it UFO and Space 1999, Living on the Moon, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh. 1999.
Continue on the theme of adverts. Body models. I'm a secret lemonade drinker. Whites.
I'm a secret lemonade drinker.
Whites.
Michael Jackman says he still thinks the best ad was the St. Bruno guy using a U-boat to destroy a remote control speedboat when fishing.
Yeah, was that
in the boating pond, wasn't it?
Yeah, was that the guy that used to smoke the cigar and something happened to sort of soft music would start?
That was Hamlet.
Yes.
In the days when they could advertise.
When things go wrong and you just have a Hamlet and it makes everything better.
Of course it does.
Farnacle asked a good question, and I was trying to find this out the other day, actually. Can you fix yellow decals? I was gifted recently a 40-odd-year-old biplane kit with some beautiful kit with yellow decals because it's 40-odd years old. So, I don't know this. And is there a way to fix yellow decals? Somebody did suggest to me.
Yeah. I've heard of people saying leave them on the windowsill in the sunlight and that'll fix them. But
I've heard that, but I think that will make it worse, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because isn't the fact they're yellow because of UV? But then again, if they've been in a box for 40 years, it's not UV that's made them go yellow. Yeah, Speedy Creator says sunshine. Simon D says UV light.
Yeah.
So there may be something in. Yeah, there may be something in there.
So do they need a certain amount of UV light to stop them going yellow?
I don't know. So if anybody's actually been able to do this for sure, and I say Spid and Simon D have mentioned, let us know if you've actually done it and it's worked. Either put them in just normal light or UV light.
Dave Cardboard says put them in the sun for a few days. It bleaches them.
Yeah, but Dick and Evans said scan and reprint. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a printer. It was a bit of a stumbling block, that one.
Oh well, Stephen Hill says he's hung them in the window and it worked for him.
Ooh, I should try it with my vintage Polish biplane decals then.
Yeah, but probably the winter's the wrong time of year to do it now.
Yeah, we don't have sunshine.
Lord Barkley III says he did his first Angel plane in 1973 with his dad. He passed away a year later. He has one in his stash and he will never make it. That's quite nice. Just leave it in his stash there as a reminder. Speedy Curator says it bleaches the carrier film.
Yeah, but Simon D says on some decals, not all of them.
What you could do then is find somebody that lives in California or wherever, and you could mail your decals over to them, and then when they've bleached, they could send them back. Because we don't have any sunlight over here.
Rustin Custom says in a Ziploc bag on a window, he's done it and he works some of the time. I suppose it does depend on the decals. I mean, the ones I've got are like for some never heard of them before Polish manufacturer from 1973. So, yeah, chances of them actually working. Yeah.
But it's worth a try because you can't make it any worse than they are at the moment.
Nothing lost. Nothing lost.
It says just don't tape them flat to the window in case of condensation, or they'll stick tape top and bottom with a slight bow.
You'll get birds pecking. You'll get birds pecking at them, won't you?
How do the decals turn out? I don't know. They're all stuck to my window now.
Yeah, if you get condensation on them, then that would actually just you'd peel off the backing paper and just be left with a nice sheet of decals permanently stuck to your window.
RAF brown doors in your window.
George Taylor says he's in sunny California. Send them out.
Yeah.
We'll bring them. We'll bring them. Yeah. Fox and I will bring some decals to you. Yeah. They just send us air tickets.
Yeah, we might have to stay there for like 3 weeks to
just
progress of them.
It's to Ted to the eModels, eModels.co.uk.
Yeah, send the tickets too.
Earl D, he says he's ordered a RG sub.
Real grade Sazabi, Ted.
Yeah,
What's the AB then?
Yeah,
I don't know actually. Real grade Sazabi AB. What's AB, LD? I'm not recognising the AB.
Is it meant to be there?
I don't know. Real grade Sazabi. It's the new real grade kit. That one you made, Paul. That one you made, Chris, Dave, Paul, Ted, Bob. That was a real grade.
That was a Zaku.
I know, and a Sazabi.
It wasn't a Gundam.
Good girl. It was a mobile suit.
I don't know why. I think it was a Gundam.
It was a mobile suit.
I don't know.
It was a mobile suit.
Which is a Gundam.
No.
Gundams are mobile suits,
yes.
But not mobile suits aren't Gundams.
Yes. Yes.
Hey.
George Taylor says sending the invite. He's extending the invite. Coming out, we'll all go to Disneyland. We're on our way. Just forward the tickets to ted@emodels.co.uk. Just the three tickets. It doesn't have to be business class. First will do. We like to travel in style.
AJ says the Angel Lady pilots had fantastic names: Destiny, Rhapsody, Symphony, Harmony. Had a boy crush on her. I guess. I
never knew who was who, but then again, who cares? Oh, yeah.
Old Plastics had, for Forming Channel said, Old Plastics had a chemical called manganese in them. A lot of old Super Nintendo consoles have turned yellow over the years. Yeah, so a lot of old plastics go yellow. You look at old toys and things, they're all yellowed. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what it is. Pretty much most things will go yellow when exposed to UV light over long enough. But anything out in the sun, and it will go yellow, or the color will fade, or it will go yellow. Hell, even cars. You look at there's an Escort, an old Mark III Escort near me, and it's this bright pink color, except 25, 30 years ago it was the brightest red. Now it's just pink and faded.
Yeah, red does seem to go that way, doesn't it? I had a Renault 19 that was red.
Yeah.
Eventually went pink because I keep the cars so long.
Yeah, pink is just light red, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, pretty much anything you leave out in the sun will eventually go yellow. Anything that's, plastic based.
Although I saw the old cars, was it the mixture of the paint, or because new red cars don't seem to go yellow? Or...
Well, they're not old yet. They will eventually, maybe.
Oh, the old Ford it'll have been a Dagenham Friday afternoon special. That's why it's gone pink.
Yeah, there won't have been any primer on it or anything. So yeah, Friday afternoon. Yeah, they were already rusting when they put the paint on them.
So does that mean the Ferrari is going to go white eventually? Because he's doing it yellow.
Brugly Addict says I go red in the sun. That's the kind of the other way around. It's a whole different kettle of fish, that one.
That says new red cars do go pink still.
Oh yeah, I mean anything fades or degrades. Basically, when something goes a funny color in the sun, it's because it's basically being bombarded with radiation in the form of light or UV, and it's breaking it down chemically. That's why the color changes. It's a change to the chemical and molecular structure of the thing that's changing color, and it's unavoidable. It happens to everything.
So basically, you're saying never buy a red car if you're living on Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't be able to find it. Pete Rogers says, "I used to own an old fire engine, and it was hard to keep it red. I want to know now, why did you own an old fire engine?
Yeah, we need to.
Used to drive around with it ringing the bell.
Yeah. Now, when I was not long after school, I nearly bought a fire engine.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, a true story. Yeah,
I nearly bought a Firebird, but it's not as impressive as buying a fire engine.
Yeah, even before I could drive, I nearly bought a fire engine because the fire service was selling off a historic fire engine after it served 75 years or something here. It was, if anybody knows anything about fire engines, it was a wheeled escape. And a friend and I put a bid in to the Cumbria Fire Service to buy it. Unfortunately, it went to museum, so we didn't get it. Otherwise, I would have been the proud owner of a fire engine.
Would your bid like £3.60 and a boiled sweet or something?
Yeah, that was about it.
Would you have painted a shark mouth on it?
Maybe not, but we'd have run around a lot in helmets ringing the bell. Yeah, and it had a bell. It wasn't an earner, it had a bell.
It didn't have a nurner, it had a bell.
Yeah. All fire engines go nurner.
Yeah, when I first started working, I think I've told this story before, but when I first started working, I'd just saved up some money. And next to the office building I used to work in, there was a petrol station. And parked in the petrol station was a 1977 Pontiac Firebird in the slightly golden brown colour that they came in with the big eagle on the bonnet. And I'm like, oh, this looks, how much is it? $5,000. I've just saved up $5,000. Like, fantastic. I could just about afford it. I'm like, my dream. I was like 20. I was like 21 or something. And I'm there and I can afford this. Until I phoned up for insurance and they said, yeah, the insurance is $5,000. I'm like, because I'm 21. And I was going to buy a 7-litre Pontiac. No, it wasn't going to happen. So it never did, sadly.
Right. You would have thought to run it anyway. You would have been able to get around the block without you needing a top up.
I would have
£5,000 insurance, another grand a week in petrol.
Yeah, well, hey, I was stupid and young, and it would have been. I still would have paid a shark mouth on it.
Yeah, you'd have to live on a hill just so you could roll it down the hill to the car park and then sit and then press on it.
Wait for your friends to come and help you push it back up the hill again.
Farnacle says, I have some old monogram aircraft models still in the box. Haven't opened them. Will they be the yellow? Probably not. If it's in the box, it's never been opened, they'll be fine.
David Morse does answer that and say that it's Schrodinger's problem, really. If
that's true.
Got them in a box and is it alive or dead?
Yep.
Yep.
So
technically,
if you have a box or a sealed box from 1970 and you open the box, will it have still 1970 air in it?
Yep.
Well, if it's cardboard, that's porous, so probably not.
Depends how sealed it is.
If it was an airtight box, it's like if I got some bubble wrap and kept it for 100 years and then popped it, that'd be 100-year-old bubble wrap.
Oh yeah, history. Yeah, a box contains history.
But yeah, if it's been boxed up and secreted away, then the plastic should be fine. Things like decals that tend to go yellow, and that's not always UV damage. That can be just damp and just over time the glue. A lot of times when your decals go yellow, it's because of the chemicals in the decal and the glue. Not always from sunlight damage.
Or it could be the box. It could be the box having an effect on the decal.
Yeah, it could be, plastic in the kit, the chemicals leaching off the plastic in the kit. It could be a number of different things. A lot of the time it's like the glues and things and the chemicals used in the decals that kind of go yellow.
Famical's going to open and have a sniff, so we're waiting to report back.
Yeah. Well, when I did my AMT Ertl MPC, whichever one it was, snow speeder, I bought that in about 1985, and that had been in the loft, and I opened that about 5 years ago and opened that, and that smelled fantastic. And then I regretted it because it was a horrible pig of a kit to build. It was big, it was just totally not accurate at all.
Where else? Sorry, AJ says Pew Pew, Barnaby Crew, Cuthbert, Dibble and Grubb. Yeah, we all know the famous firemen from Campbell Green.
AJ says it's not air and bubble wrap, it's carbon dioxide. Oh, my entire planet's foiled.
Yeah, you've been saving that bubble wrap you've been saving for the past 30 years. You might have got chuck.
Yeah, now if they filled it with like helium, then that would make your parcels lighter as well.
Oh yeah, imagine that. I've opened this box, all the things are like floating out.
I think your camera's working again, Fox.
Yeah, it's working now.
That's why your camera's not working. You're eating.
Yes. No, I thought I'd put an animated GIF on there, give you something to look at.
Yeah. Stephen Rolfe said.
I don't realise this for that gag. I had to eat that entire big pot of lamb mince very quickly, and it was not a pleasant experience.
Why didn't it have mashed potato on the top? Shepherd's pie?
Because it was supposed to look like a big thing of soil.
Oh,
that was the gag. You see, I got a lot of dried soil, and that was the gag. I've just revealed the gag that it wasn't actually soil.
Oh no!
I know.
Frankel says, "What model are you eating?"
That was a diorama, technically.
Was that the one with worms?
Yes, that was the one I did. This in the eModels stutter shop right now. You can go and see it. The little AML 90 that I warhammered up and put like real Earth on the diorama.
Don't go right now though, because they're shut.
Yeah, obviously you get done for breaking in and theftery.
Well, not if you're not theftery things. You might just be watching.
Yeah, that's true. But handy tip though, if you're making a diorama and you want to get something to like use as an Earth type substitute, just use Earth.
Or mint, apparently.
180 degrees for half an hour, 45 minutes. For an hour, sorry. It sterilises the soil and it smells fantastic.
I can't stop watching you eat it.
I know.
That was a time of big beard.
Yeah. Oh, the big beard will come back because I've been lazy for the last few weeks. So.
Yeah. Next time you're on screen, it'll be all the way down here, and you won't have to wear a shirt. You just have to put an eModel sticker on your beard.
I just need to get the hair going white. I need to get the white hair going. I just need my beard to go white so it looks more dignified. Everybody with a white beard looks cool.
That's who I saw on YouTube the other day. What was the old guy called out of How that used to? It was like your granddad sat in his shed.
How? Yeah, don't know. It was don't. Oh, what was his name? Brian something.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
it was like your granddad sat in a shed, wasn't it? Showing how to whittle sticks. Jack Hargreaves. Yeah, Jack Hargreaves.
Jack Hargreaves, everyone's saying.
Yeah. I thought he had a great
beard. It was either Fred Dinage or Jack Hargreaves.
They were both on there, weren't they?
Yep. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's either Fred Dinage or Jack Hargreaves.
It was great. I used to love watching him. I wouldn't bother any, the rest of the team would be showing you how to make explosions with certain chemicals and blow things up and set fire to things. Jack Hargreaves used to love that. Yeah, this is how you make a bow and arrow. He was also in Out of Town. That was it. Yeah, he used to begin the program, or in the program, he'd be sat on a horse and cart just riding down a country lane.
I don't know Out of Town. That doesn't sound familiar to me.
Wasn't it Jack Hargreaves that did the voiceovers for the experiment programs? A quantity of calcium was added to the solution at 5 milligrams. Write that down.
No, I don't think it was. No,
I'm sure it was. Who did that? That was no, that was Jack Fortune. I think that did that. He had the most mellifluous, honeyed voice. I used to love experiment.
Yeah, kids' educational programs.
The way
how to blow things up, how to build things and kill and maim their neighbours.
It's a wonder we all survived, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Out of Town got Out of Town. Lord Barkley said he's got Out of Town on DVD. Oh,
I don't
brilliant!
remember Out of Town. If anybody wants to experience some fantastic Mickey taking of 80s educational programming, go on. It's that long out of print. You'd have to go onto Amazon or something, but find the DVD of Look Around You. It was a spoof of the ITV Schools program called Experiment. And it's spot on accurate, even down to the sound of the narrator. It is spot on accurate of the experiment programs, but it's obviously a complete Mickey take.
That was something we tried to model the eMopen University things on, which we'll have to start getting back into. With the look around you. Look around you. What can you see?
I spent an hour trying to find quiet background laboratory sound effects. You can't. It's all like burning Bunsen burners and bubbling liquids, and no, I want quiet background ambience. Couldn't find it.
Dave Cardboard says mellifluous. That's a big word. We know a song about that.
But yes, why don't you just switch off your television set and go to something less boring
instead? Yeah.
Anybody outside the UK is like, I don't know what any of this is.
Pete Rogers,
we've done it now.
Take heart. Vision on. Thank you for submitting your pictures.
Well, Pete Rogers,
we can't return it.
On. In the days when kids drew in black and white and everything.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't afford colour pencils.
That's true. I remember early Channel 4 programming, schools programming and stuff. There was some program, I don't know what was it called. It's called Everybody's Here. And it was the program that taught me how to say everybody and take a letter off every time. Everybody, everybody, ride body, why body, body, and die why. Take a letter off each time. They had a character called Dr. Smarty Pants.
Such a useful thing to know.
No, everybody, right buddy, why buddy, why? I don't know why it stuck. It just did. At least Foxx won't be doing what's in store this week, says Michael Jackson.
He could have been, because he can share things.
David Moore says, Foxx, does it star Peter Darth Maul Serafinowicz? Yes, he wrote it. Popper and Serafinowicz wrote it. It's hilarious. Just it's on YouTube. Just look. The first one, Calcium, is probably the funniest one. The pilot was called Calcium, and it's hilarious.
Liverpool Model Maker says rhubarb and custard. Yeah, that was that really badly drawn cartoon, wasn't it?
Scale Model Vamp says something. It moved.
I'll let you know, Foxx.
South Africa was under British English rule till about 20 years ago, so I do know a few things.
Sergeant Bones has said what I was just thinking, actually. He says, come on, lads, get on with it. What's in store? It's getting late, bro.
We can run right on about Rory. While we go across, I'll look it on you, and while we go across to do what's in store, I shall go put another log on the fire, because it's getting cold.
Is it getting chilly, is it?
Yeah.
Is it nearly time to break out the jackets?
Yeah, it is actually 10:05. I've just noticed.
Yeah, I did notice that. Right, I shall.
To be honest,
right, it's locked on you. I'm going to put a log on the fire. I'll be back in a moment.
Did you lock it on the right one? Is it locked on me or him?
Yeah, it's locked on you.
Okay.
I haven't forgot.
Is it locked on me or him? It's locked on you.
Me? Yeah. That's good. Helpful. Right, as ever, I've done the what's in store this week, so I didn't have to. I've done it for a theme, so I'll show you I think 6 different things that I've picked out this week. It's an easy one this week because, I've got to do an easy one. So
is the theme molecules?
Even Foxx will get it this week, but he's not allowed to guess because I did actually tell him the answer earlier.
Don't forget to refresh your page and drag the slider across to the right before we go anywhere, though. Just so there's nobody out of sync with the video.
You have a moment. I shall share a window. You've got while I'm doing the watching store to make sure you catch up with us.
Yes, I'm going to change the picture because I'm sure people are sick of watching me all that sort of.
It's very not calming, but
it's very not calming. It's just the best.
Yeah,
very not calming.
Right. Don't put in your answers until we're back with me and I ask you what theme is. Anything you do put in before, if it's correct, you're just telling other people what to put in afterwards. But you can type it in before you go. Type it in and get ready to hit enter as soon as I ask what it is. That's perfectly allowed within the rules.
Yeah. What is this for a big sticker, by the way?
It's for a big sticker if we've got any big stickers.
I've got 2 big stickers.
They do seem to be running out of stickers and stuff. So
now out of these stickers.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. I shall click the share button. I am now sharing. I shall open the right window to see what I'm seeing. And we're starting with Tamiya's 1/12 Yamaha YZF R1M. It's a motorcycle bike thing.
It's blue.
It's a car with half the wheels missing.
It's half a car, yeah. Basically, that's all we know about it.
I don't understand the point of motorbikes. I mean, where's the cup holder?
You don't need a cup holder, but you can go around traffic.
And it's like, how do you adjust your underwear positioning when you're sat at the traffic lights when there's no car surrounding you?
Oh, believe me, they do.
But when you get to lights and you sit there and you think, oh, everything's a bit tight, I need to just adjust myself.
You don't have to stop at lights when you're on a bike, do you? That's the rule.
See, this is the downside of anti-submarine seats in cars. Everything grips and it just pulls things in directions. You can't do that on a motorbike. But Speedy Crate says that is a beautiful kit.
It must admit, I can't see the chat. Let me move that over to the side so I can still see a bit of the chat. All right.
Scale Model Vamp says that's a damn beast on the track. It made him pee his leathers. Almost
it looks fast. Even sitting there on a stand, it looks quick, doesn't it?
Now, we have said before that the 3 of us know absolutely naff all about motorbikes. We have no idea whatsoever. However, you know that Tamiya just make the best motorbike kits.
Yeah, but we've now got a builder on board that does know about motorbikes.
Yeah. Well, no, you say I don't know anything about motorbikes. I know that this is the 8th generation of the bike, and it was released in 2015. It was designed as a circuit motorcycle, and its design and technology were heavily influenced by data harvested from the YZR M1 MotoGP bike.
Oh, I understood all of that.
Yes.
I just read it off the description thing. But
what scale is this? Is 1/12?
Well, yep. So it's going to be big.
It's going to be one of their
Action Man size,
less complex bike kits. It's not going to be one of those super complex ones.
No.
35 quid, but it's still going to be a beautiful kit. It's massive. Dave Cardboard asks, why do motorbikes all have names with lots of spiky letters and no vowels? Why don't they just have names?
What, Bob?
Yeah, usually find that motorbikes have just they don't have names; they just have numbers.
Yeah, I mean, imagine you said, "What's your car?" Oh, I drive a Ford LBT 325Z BR. What's that? It's a truck of some sort, I don't
know. But unless you drive a BMW.
Scale Model Vamp says, Xmas is coming soon, he is all I'm saying. But Muse isn't watching now, so...
Yeah. Don't forget.
Nebo says it's 6 inches long.
If there's anything you like while you're watching what's in store, don't forget, slap it in your basket.
Yep.
We don't know until you check it out.
Yep. We don't know how many of these they've got in stock, so if you fancy one of these, anything you see on what's in store, get it in your basket and check it out. Even if it means you've got to do that 3 times, get it in your basket and check it out. Because until you've paid for it, it's not yours, somebody else can have it. You might only have one, they might have 50. We don't know.
Simon D says it's in scales with the Star Wars figures. Absolutely correct.
Technically, yes, you could stick your speeder bike rider on that. Kick ass.
Right, next up we have some paints. Life Color Imperial Japan Navy.
What kind of motorbike's that?
Late War Set 1. There is a Set 2 as well, I've noticed. Basically, a set of paint colours for doing your Japanese Navy.
We here in Barrow built a few ships for the Imperial Japanese Navy.
Really?
So I need to get that kit then when I do my Space Battleship Yamato, don't I?
Yep, you probably need to get both of them.
Yeah, because technically it's just the Battleship Yamato with a big rocket engine on the end, so and a wave cannon on the front. So yeah, that's not bad. That's 16 quid for a set of paints. I'll be up for that.
There's six acrylic colours in there, and admittedly 4 of them are grey. But most battleships seem to be grey, so you're okay. You've got a good selection there.
And they are satin colours as well, so they're designed to have a kind of scale sheen, I suppose. That's why they're satins.
Yeah, no doubt that without zooming in, there will be Imperial Grey 2, and
we've got. I can't quite.
Can you beginnize it?
Pure Grey, Sasebo Grey, Cure Grey, Kokashura Grey, and Mazura Grey.
Wait, what? How did you get Yokosuka into Kokashura? And then there's of course the traditionally Japanese linoleum deck.
Anti-fouling hull red.
I'm not quite sure how you mispronounced Yokosuka quite so much there, but never mind, we'll let you off. That's a nice looking ship on the on the box.
Yeah, lots of rigging.
You tried the life colour, haven't you, Ted?
Sorry, what?
You've tried the life colour paints, I think, haven't you? You quite like
life colour paints, yeah, brilliant. I like them. Some people say they're a little bit thin, but I think they're designed that way just so that you can put it on in thin coats, 2 thin coats, rather than slapping it on. Yeah, they really need to be they go down nice spraying. I've got the flesh colours set for painting figures and things like that, and they're a nice high pigment fine paint. Yeah, they really brush well.
Pete Rogers says, my Land Rover, going back to the older thing about why do the motorbikes and things have funny names and numbers. His Land Rover was S3109. Technically, that's a Series 3 109-inch wheelbase, and it would have been a 108, I would have thought, not 109. I had an 88-inch long wheelbase, short wheelbase. Series 3. I love my and also, Spid explained that they have lots of letters and numbers because there's no losing the name in translation.
That's true, yeah.
It's just losing the name in what the hell is the name.
Yeah, it doesn't have a name, so you can't lose it.
Yes, and Nevbo, Andy at Nevbo, our new meat, says if you get a bike kit, get the detail up front forks as well.
Right, next up, we're back to Tamiya, depends on how you want to say it. 124th Nissan Skyline, a classic car from all the race games ever.
All the race games ever. I'm sure I saw somewhere recently. Is it the Skyline that is actually illegal in America?
Is it?
There's some Japanese drifty type car that was never legal to buy in America. Then you can only get it as a grey import.
Oh, that's interesting.
You were found to have it. It was trashed. It was taken off you and trashed. And it might not have been a Skyline, but there was a Japanese drifty car. If anyone in the chat can remind me, the Japanese drifty car that you were never able to buy in America.
I don't play many racing games, or in fact, I don't play many Xbox type games at all. But whenever I do, whenever you go on a car game, there's always a Skyline as an option to choose.
Yeah, there was some like probably I think it was a heavily political reason or something happened that meant that particular car was never released in America, not officially.
Rusting Customs says yes, it was Foxx, but we don't know why.
I read the story about some guy who had one and he put loads of body kit on it, and the police said, "Yeah, we'll take that, thanks." And he's like, "Oh, I spent a fortune on that." He's like, "Yeah, bye."
Scale Model Vamp says the R34 is illegal in the US, imported as a grey import legal.
Yeah, I can't remember what the reason was. There was some like trade reason or something like that.
Spiriq says it's usually pollution stroke emissions related.
Well, it wasn't putting out enough pollution for the Americans.
Yeah. This is far too clean.
I drove past a deer and it didn't fall over dead, so I can't allow that in the country. Sorry.
Blistering performance, apparently, the Skyline.
Yes.
It does actually say on the thing itself that it's a static display model, but it does have complete engine detail, authentic chassis, undersurface, and interior, and realistic rubber-like tyres.
I'm pretty sure that Tamiya don't do curbside kit. Or do they? I don't think they do. Or no, they do actually, because I did an Audi Quattro many years ago. They didn't have an engine in it. I'll shut up. Moving on.
Moving on to the next item, we have something a little bit different called.
What is that?
It's a 1/10 Trek Dancing Rider. As far as I can tell, it is in fact RC.
Oh yeah,
Video button. But it's a Trek, but the body actually leans from side to side as you go around corners.
Oh, okay. I want that as a real car. Never mind. I mean,
really cool.
I want a full size one as a real car. Can you hit the video and get it to play?
No.
I bet the video on YouTube is Pete driving that around the store.
Yeah.
If you want to know
Probably
anything
is.
about
I
radio
think-
control, ask for Pete.
No, that's actually by Cherry themselves, I think. But
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to click it because it might be copyrighted and things. But go and look at it yourself in the store while it's there and slap it in your basket.
Slap it in your basket.
I'd want a full size one of those just to drive around.
Let's see what we've got pictures of that.
How do you get it? How do you get it?
I like the guy's face.
It's cool, isn't it? It's you've
I like
got
that
somewhere to put
it
your shopping.
leans when you go around a corner.
Oh, look at it. He looks evil. Oh, not sure about that.
I'm not sure about the paint job.
No.
I could do better than that.
The Dancing Rider. They look angry.
There's a road legal version, and there is a BMW one.
There's one very similar. I don't know if it's just what
I
it's
think it's
modeled
BMW.
on.
I know that you can't if you've got one, you can't take your motorcycle test in it because it doesn't conform. So another bit of useless information I've got tucked away in the back of my mind.
And does it count as a car or a bike?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it comes in as a motorbike.
Let's go back to the picture of the face again for me, Chris.
Stephen Rolfe says bloke drives past him on one of these on the way to work every day.
Cool. The one thing I've noticed, I've said this before, as we get older, the older you get, the less and less impressive the Tamiya paint jobs are. When you're a kid and you've got the Tamiya catalogue and you're looking at all the impressive builds in there, all the tanks and stuff, you think, wow, one day I'll paint like that. Now we're getting older and you look at like Tamiya made builds and you're like, yeah, I could paint better than that if I wanted.
And the one thing that strikes me about that is the little reflective white dot on the pupils should be in the same place on each eye.
It kind of almost is.
Yeah.
But I like the fact they've done that with the little black dot on the thing. I just think the paint around the bottom of the face is a bit pants. But yeah, it's like as we're older now, the Tamiya paint jobs just aren't as impressive as they used to be when you were a kid.
Just because you got better than you did then.
Zadster says in France, those small 3-wheel bikes don't need a license, so lots of people who lost their license have them.
Graham Presswood says it's the Renault Twingo. I think that might be the one I'm thinking of.
Renault Twingo is a little car.
Yeah, there is a Twingo, but I'm sure the one that's sort of a classed as a motorbike is the BMW.
No.
Spiriq said the width of the pair of wheels between them doesn't exceed a certain amount of its motorbike classification, so like that.
Yeah, Twingos are just little tiny cars. I remember I first saw a Twingo in Gran Canaria when they first came out, and I'm like, I hope they launch in the UK because they're awesome little cars. I fell in love with them. Like, they're brilliant. They're probably terrible, but you know.
It's like the Sinclair C5, isn't it?
No, that was just gash. Have you seen how Sinclair's son is now launching his own new electric nonsense? It's like a modern C5.
Is it the C6?
It was on that Tomorrow's World thing the other night, and it's like a big 3-wheel thing that's about the size of a car, and you sit in it, and it's like it's a bit more practical. And he said, "What's the range?" And he went, "The range is 30 miles." I'm like, wow, because the range of the C5 was 30 miles 30 years ago.
He's probably using the same drivetrain and batteries.
Yeah, probably they found a warehouse full of them and they just put a bigger chassis on it.
Yeah. Stephen Rolfe says he had a Twingo. It's a crap car. I use a Renault, so there you go. What do you think?
Right, next up we have IBG models. Not one I've heard of IBG, but a 1/72 Japanese truck.
Yeah.
I don't think it's 917 tons.
With the Yokohama cab.
Oh, the Yokohama cab. Oh,
Yes, 917T Japanese truck. Yokohama cab. I like the look of it. It's kind of like it's kind of like an Opel Blitz with all the wrong design cues. It's just got a particularly Japanese ethic to it. It just looks. It's like an Opel Blitz with that kind of. I like it.
But I think you've got a truck, but there's still the guys all around it walking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's probably to push it out from when it gets stuck in the grass.
Yeah. The design appeals to me. It's weird how the grill on the bonnet has that kind of kendo mask look to it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if that was deliberate.
It kind of looks like something you'd see in a Tintin bande dessinée. Kind of a Hergé drawn truck type thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the artwork. If it is, it's almost photographic, but I'm not sure.
It looked to me on the screen, looks like a photograph of dudes and real landscape, and then a painting of the truck or a picture of the model.
I don't know. So I don't think you get the dudes with it at that
No,
point.
I suspect you don't.
Yeah.
Don't forget, there is a theme to tonight as well. There's a lot of chatting going on, but there's a theme tonight.
Well, they're all being good and behaving and not putting it in yet.
Have you spotted the theme yet?
There is one more to go, which is going to give it away if you haven't got it already.
You could kit bash that and turn it in a rat rod truck.
Yeah, put a shark mouth on it, done.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember, if you have figured out the theme already, type it in, but don't press send.
Don't press send. The last one we're doing is another Tamiya one, and you can tell it's a Tamiya bigger thing because one of the guys is pointing.
Yeah, they're always pointing.
There's always somebody pointing.
It's the 135th Japanese Army officer set.
You can tell he's an officer because he's pointing. Only officers point.
One of them pointing, and one of them sitting very stiffly, and another one's got binoculars thinking, I don't know where I'm meant to be looking.
Yes, one of them's going, what?
Truck, yeah, over there, truck.
Do us the photos, Chris.
Stephen Rolfe saying he's got absolutely no idea what the theme is. I try to be a little bit more.
I do love the Tamiya artwork on the box art from the 80s onwards when they just got the white backgrounds. I do
a table as well with a.
Is that a pencil sharpener?
It's not a pencil sharpener. I thought it was going to be a pencil sharpener, but no, it's going to be an air raidy thing, isn't it?
What, on a desk? It'd be very loud. It'd be the telephone thing, wouldn't it?
It's got a wiry thing.
It's a pencil sharpener.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Nah.
Give us a shot of the dudes, Chris. Let's have a look at the Tamiya.
Get in there, you get crates.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
And there we go. They've even got them in the same picture as they got them on the instructions. Cover. That's quite clever.
You know, when I was a kid, I would have been impressed. Looking at it now, I could paint better than that. I mean, there's just as you get older, you see that's what it is. Mr. Les model making, and I knew Vincent would do this because Vincent knows all the little bits of information. He says Tintin and the Blue Lotus figures trucks with that design heavily, being in China. Probably why you think of Hergé seeing that. Yes. It's the way the grille doesn't really fit with the rest of the bonnet and sconcement. Speedy Q8 asked me, if I built a model shark, what would I paint on the front of it?
A truck.
Truck.
Yeah, truck grille. Right, I am going to stop sharing, so momentarily I'm going to be asking what it was, but not quite yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Wait for it, you horrible little man, wait for it.
I'm back now. What was tonight's theme? Go.
Stephen
Rolfe is right in there with teeth, which is not the correct answer.
The human tooth.
There we go. Digger Evans says Japan.
Wow, you're seeing the chat before I am. I've not even got that yet.
Yeah, I haven't got that yet.
Japan now. It's my screen's just full of it.
What's that? Oh, it's starting to move now.
Yeah.
Vincent does explain that knowing Hergé is a must, him being Belgian and not German, obviously.
Hergé's Adventures of Tintin.
So Digger Evans, send us an email to ted@emodels.co.uk telling us you've won the big sticker for the what's in store.
Big sticker.
Yeah, everyone's saying Japan, Japanese peanuts. Yeah. Right, that's it. I'm done now. I'm going to sit back quietly.
Stephen Rolfe says is the theme the Pope.
That would be an ecumenical matter.
Down with that sort of thing.
Steady now. Right, so we better do some stickery things. What time are we on now, dude? We're on
nearly on fast.
10:30.
Yeah, the night's flying tonight. Yeah, these guys have really kept us busy tonight. Yeah.
And we have 3 questions, which is 1 each. I like it when we get 3 questions, which is 1 each.
Yeah.
Have we? All right. Oh, Scale Model Vamp says, damn it, net sucks. I saw all the answers before I said go. We told you to make sure you were refreshed before we started.
We do say press all the buttons and do all the draggy slidey things.
Yeah. So don't forget, we've got half an hour left while we give some stickers and things away. So don't forget, if you've got any questions, observations, comments, you can type them in the chat or send them to Ted at eModels, emodels.co.uk, and we'll hopefully read them out before
drive time at radio4.com.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be questions. It could be observations, comments, bring us all
suggestions,
or just random hello.
If you have complaints, of course, they go to helgen35 at geocities.com.
Yeah, if you have any
Geocities.
No, Geocities.
Geocities.com.
Geocities.
You heathen.
Yes, we knew it. Yeah, we forgot we had to pick that up, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, Geocities.
Geocities.
Chris likes to mispronounce things deliberately just to make all my triggers explode.
Right. Are we going to do a question? Who's going to do the first question?
What was the theme for the Dick Van Dyke films?
Hey?
What?
Spider Q says, what was the theme for the Dick Van Dyke films?
What was the theme? No, that wasn't the theme. You missed the theme. Don't worry. Go back to sleep. Am I too late? Yes, you're too late. It's finished now. Michael Jackman's got a knock at the door. We know what's come.
Rob says he still thinks it should have been teeth.
I found out the other day, just driving through town, just on the way, they're building a Domino's pizza takeaway not more than 200 yards away.
Well, the pizza outlets are available.
You can still go and get it and not take it away.
You know what's even better though, Ted, is if you just go to your local Spar shop and buy exactly the same pizza for like £3.
Yeah, it is across the road from the Co-op.
I refuse to do Domino's and pizza now because like paying £25 for a pizza. I don't think so.
Yeah, but that's the trick. You never pay £25 for a pizza. You always pay £25 for a pizza and a free pizza.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, buy one get one free.
Yeah, it's never. You never buy one pizza.
The thing is, as soon as you realise you can get like £2 or £3 for a pizza from Aldi or Spar, and they're really nice, and it just doesn't.
Yeah, but they do taste like cardboard.
No, they're nice. Spar do a nice jerk chicken, if you pardon the pun.
Do you remember when you put it in the oven, Ted? You have to take the little bit of cardboard off the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh right, so you don't throw that circular bit.
Yeah, no, you don't use that. You don't eat that. That's not part of it.
I thought that was packing.
No.
I thought that was packaging. You threw that.
With Mrs. Ted giving you that bit, and she was getting the chewy bit with the meat on it.
Right.
Paul Di Tommaso asks Fox, "Where's the new camera? Probably in the back of his Amazon van at the minute.
Yeah,
it's not due to get here till Wednesday or Thursday.
Can you track it? Can you tell me?
I've not ordered it.
Yes, we've got your email, Digger. Thanks. Yeah, got that.
I was going to do a live stream yesterday, and the camera died right before the live stream. And blow me, 2 of my lovely followers, Dad, who's one of your mods in there tonight, Dad, and Cy Reynolds. Before I'd even had chance to post up a thing saying the stream's cancelled, they'd said, "Right, we've ordered a new one." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." So big thanks to Dad and Cy Reynolds for getting me a new camera, which should be with me in the next few days.
And then some cad stuck his foot in and painted all your audience and did a live stream.
They do well.
That's terrible. Right. I assume you're not still locked on me anyway.
Michael Jackman says, large doner kebab, the words of the gods.
Who does doner kebab deliveries?
Anywhere that does doner kebabs. My local takeout, which is around the corner, but I can still get them to deliver to me because I'm lazy.
Yeah, well, you know, you can get an app on your phone for Just Eats. Well, Barrow have got one now. They've got their own Barrow Eats, and you can order all the takeaways and get 10% off.
I found the kebab place like around the corner from me, and I said, "Can I?" And they went, "You seriously want it delivered?" I said, "Well, look, it's raining," and they went, "Yeah, fair enough."
Yeah, but if I use the Barrow Eats app, then it'll be cold by the time it gets in.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to deliver that. Not south of the river.
No, okay.
The Mersey River, that is.
Right. Shall I do the first question?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Can I pick one, or do I have to do it? Can I?
Phil Lewis says he just refreshed and saw how far down the chat his answer actually was.
Right. Okay. I've picked a question.
Yeah, good girl.
I'm going to have a question that I like the look of, so there we go. What's this for? What should we do?
Don't know. What do you want to give away, Chris?
I don't know. Can I do the mug?
You can do the mug if you want.
The eModels mug that looks like that. The eModels mug.
Yeah, I've got the
Everyone's
original.
holding up the eModels mugs. There we go.
I've got mine held up, but it's not actually.
Yeah, I got version 1.
Oh, where's your version 2? Have you lost
I've
it?
got version 0 on mine.
I've got version 1 because the other one's in the wash.
Okay. Right, this is a question sent in by Barry Toomey. He says, are you all refreshed and up to date? Because I don't want to get complained at by people that I've given the answers before the question and stuff.
God, I can see the answer, and even I didn't know the answer.
I don't know.
Yeah, it might be a tricky one, but it's fun. There we go. Right. So this is for a mug. So get ready with your answering fingers. In the TV show Why Don't You, from the 70s, what was the name of the monster that the stripy socks protected you from? The name of the monster from 70s show Why Don't You? Go.
I wouldn't have even known that. Even I don't know it enough.
I can't remember that. I can't remember that bit.
All I remember is that most of those shows are filmed in Ireland for some reason.
Yeah, I do remember the show, but I don't remember the monster. But I'm sure somebody will, or somebody will be Googling frantically.
The everlasting memories of the word film. Now we're going to show you a film. I'm like, what's a film?
Film,
yeah. Right, Digger Evans is correct with no idea, but that's not the answer that we're given.
that just says, I remember the banana splits. La 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 la.
That's Roll says, I was there and I don't remember this either. He's not your Uncle Gelb, says Jamie Bone.
Philly says Donald, which is not the correct answer.
I've forgotten the answer already. Hang on, let me go back.
Stephen Robb says, I remember the show, but not the monster.
That's a 2-mug question, says Nicholas. By the way, as far as we know, they might still be out of stock.
Sure.
Yeah, we could be in the queue for the mugs rather than actually getting a mug soon.
We could give them a clue, perhaps.
It's not Bob.
It's not Bob.
Philly said Donald and got the first letter right. There we go.
Yeah. It could be a big box.
He may have got some other letters right, but they may not have done. In Sweden, says Stefan Last.
No.
Stefan Last says, in Sweden we had a children's show with a sock living inside a pancake. I'm guessing it's not the same. I'm guessing, what were you on? I don't think anyone's going to get this one.
Yeah, I think the only thing that springs to mind as a clue is it's in a big box at eModels on the bottom shelf.
Oh,
no, that's not That's not the same.
No,
that's not a good. That's
female version.
So it begins with a D. So I don't know why everyone's still saying Laurie and Humphrey.
Lord Barkley just says Google it.
Google it.
I don't even know how I want to Google.
Nearly Austrian.
You told everybody it was Dora, and it isn't.
Just so you know.
There we go, Phillies.
Phillies has jumped in the correct answer with Doris.
Blimey. Yeah, I wouldn't have known that. I didn't know that, and
I don't think Phillies knew that, to be honest.
Now Barry does say no sticker needed, so I shall dispense with that email. Thank you very much, Barry, for that one.
My clue was quite tenuous, but we got there in the end.
Your clue was a great clue for a totally different answer. I don't know. Who's going? Do you want to go next, Ted?
Yeah, I'll go next.
What are you going to give away?
This one's from Carl.
What, are we doing a big sticker or a little sticker?
We'll do a little sticker.
Little sticker.
Yep. This one's from Carl. And it says Ted, Foxx and Chris. Question. Now, don't forget, refresh your browser with whatever you're refreshing. Drag your little red pointer thing.
There's a caveat to this question. I like this question.
Yep. Ted, Foxx and Chris, a question. It's in 2 parts, so listen before you answer.
Yeah, don't dive in.
Yeah. The first part is, who were the creators of the cartoons The Flintstones, Captain Caveman and Scooby-Doo, amongst others? Now then, the creators were Hanna-Barbera. Well, that's not the answer. They have to work this part out. What were their first names? What was Hanna-Barbera's first names? Go.
There is, for a bonus point.
Yeah, I don't know what the bonus point. We haven't got points. We've got 2 points. No.
William and Joseph. Yeah, there we go.
Right in there with Digger. Yeah.
Digger Evans.
Barbara.
Impressive.
Yeah, it did make sense, Carl. After we read the question through, when we didn't answer the first part.
This is Chaz and Dave.
Yeah.
Why don't we make the bonus point an extra small sticker question?
Oh.
Okay. For an extra
We'll
small.
do 4 questions tonight.
Yeah. For an extra small.
Not extra small.
The only could be 2 sizes. Small.
Yeah,
And,
scan it.
for a small sticker, for an extra point, who was the third creator? There was a third creator that went along with William Hanna and Joseph Barbera. Who was the third one?
And why didn't they get their
Full
name in the titles?
Full name.
Hanna-Barbera kind of worked when you say it out loud.
Yeah, but only because we've heard it all. It would have been Hanna-Barbera and...
If you give it 3 names, you've got a firm of lawyers. It's not going to...
I suppose, yeah.
So who was the third creator that you never hear about?
George Taylor says I used to work for him. It wasn't George, right?
I forgot the name already. Need the full name though. Even chuffing Google doesn't know that.
Oh, jeez.
Bear in mind that we never check these.
Well, there we go. Mark says George Sidney.
There we go.
Chaz and Dave and the drummer bloke.
Doris, we've got.
Yeah, that was.
You got it right because I think I'm out. Of
Mark said George Sidney.
George Sidney. Well done, Mark. Did you Google it or did you know?
Okay. Well, my chat seems to be a bit behind the times on my iPad here, so
my chat was like.
I'll let you guys monitor for the right answer.
Yeah, we've already got. So, Mark, send us your answer. Send us your answer.
Your answer.
Yeah, tell us you've won the small sticker.
And whoever it was that got it right as well, that was Digger, wasn't it?
That was Digger. Yeah.
Digger got email us as well. Yep.
ted@emodels.co.uk. Right, what am I doing now? Is it a big sticker or a small sticker?
Yes.
Yes.
Which one?
I don't know.
Small sticker then?
No, which one did you do, Ted?
I can't remember.
Okay, for what? I think it might be a big sticker. I think.
I'll have to run the stream back and have a look.
Next week when we do this question.
For the other sticker,
I think it's a big sticker. I think.
It's up to them to tell us what they've won.
Okay, yeah, that's true. They could milk it however they want to. I want a car, speedboat. There you go. Right, we have a question from Stephen Hill Harris.
Yeah, but look what you could have won.
Given the fact we're all running out of stickers, it's quite good that none of the guys tonight who've asked us questions actually want stickers, which is we like that. Stephen says, "Hi, Chris, Ted, and Fox." Chris gets first billing there.
I did. It's nice. I'm not used to this.
Chris, Ted, and the other little fella.
And Chris, Ted, Fox, and I.
Yeah, Chris, Ted, Fox, and I. You missed out. I always get missed out. Hope you are all doing well. It's freezing cold over here in Ohio, so I don't know why I gave him an Irish accent. Here's a pretty easy question about space flight. So is everybody ready? Question. What was the number? That's not a letter. What was the number of the first successful manned Apollo mission? Go.
Ooh.
And you guys will have to check the chat because my chat's a bit out of whack.
Yes, I'm looking out for a number.
Except you do that number, don't you?
I've just read the number. Yes.
Apollo mission. The first successful manned.
We've got answers coming in, but they're not right yet.
The first
Sergeant Bones says 3.14.
Michael Jackerman, there we go.
Jackerman, yep.
Yeah, Michael Jackerman says 7.
7. Apollo 7 was the first successful manned mission.
Sergeant Bones says 3.14, and now I want pie.
Pie? And come back, bing pie. Weeble and Bob, there's a blast from the past. Nobody will know what Weeble and Bob is. I'll just shut up.
No, we don't.
La Bob. So well done to everybody who won some stuff. We've no idea who's won what now.
No.
So whoever that was that just won that, because I've already forgotten. Well done. Send Ted an email. We'll just trust that if you say you won a sports car, you don't mean it.
Yeah. It was Michael Jackerman that just won that. So shouldn't he be busy eating pizza?
Yes, I'm sure he can eat pizza and other things as well.
Have you now got pizza all over your phone when you've been pushing the buttons?
Some of us do, Fox. You shared, we're all scarred, says Speedy Crate. What's that about?
I don't know.
I've done that thing where I say something and instantly forget it on a stream, and then I wonder what the comments are about.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
The thing is, when you're doing a live stream, what people don't realise, when you do a live stream, you don't listen to what you're saying.
Oh.
You just go. And
I don't listen to what you're saying either, because when I'm not talking, I'm busy trying to read the chat and then really focus on what anyone else is saying.
Plus as well for us, the chat is about 20 seconds behind the the stream, so we lose track of what we said 20 seconds ago.
Oh, Weeble and Bob, says Speedy Q8. Yes, I shared Weeble and Bob with Speedy Q8, and that's why he knows what Weeble and Bob is.
Right.
God, you can't be scarred of Weeble and Bob. Weeble and Bob's awesome.
So as long as the winners tell us what they've won, we'll hold them to that. It's just...
I did notice that Nevbo put in some answers to that, though. Do we not tell him that he's not eligible for any eModels competitions anymore?
Yeah, you can't enter them now.
yeah, you're bad. You're out. Yeah. Get out my pub, you
verboten.
Just that if you tell us you've won a speedboat and you live in the centre of Birmingham, we know you're lying.
Yeah,
because you've already got one.
Birmingham.
Yeah. So look what you could have won. Never mind, bully's prize.
Stephen Rolfe says, I don't listen to what I'm typing either. Oops, says Nevbo.
I see Beyond Hope's back in and haven't been around for a long time. Hello.
Hello, welcome on your return. I never win anything, says George Taylor.
Michael Duncan says, oh dear, another accidental sticker.
Billy Correct says, woo, Nevbo.
So Digger's won the small sticker and the big sticker tonight. That's good because that saves postage.
Yeah, but no, you've got to put the little sticker in a big envelope. Don't!
Yeah. There's a distinct shortage of the Mr. E stickers at the moment as well.
You've got them all stuck on your walls behind you. Look.
Yeah, they're all stuck. I could peel these off. Have you noticed the legs?
I did notice you've removed the thing from between his legs. I wasn't going to mention it because I didn't know how to bring it up without being.
I didn't realise that was removable.
Digger Evans thinks that his wife thinks that the stickers are nerd currency. Yeah, they are. Just till they've won 20 more. Yeah, 20 £20 worth of nerd currency.
And Nevbo says he still got it wrong.
Yeah, he said, oops, he still got it wrong. You need your mug to keep your sticker currency in. It's like Nerd Wallet.
Yeah, Nerd Wallet.
Mark says, can somebody let him know the email address? Yes, it's ted@eModels.co.uk. I'll type it in.
Go on.
Speedy Q8 has asked Beyond Hope how they're doing, and Beyond Hope says, modelling is on hiatus, too many other things to do, like getting my CR-1-10S bed levelled for the umpteenth time. I see the words. I don't know.
I think that's a 3D printer.
Is it that, or is it motorbike? I don't know.
I don't know. Bed levelling's a 3D printing thing.
Speedy Crate says, that's a point, Ted. Do you send the big sticker, or will it come mugged from eModels? Stickers come from one of us three. Which is why they don't come instantly after the show, because, as I've explained on my own streams, Ted and I live nowhere near a post office, and Chris lives down south where they don't even have post offices.
Everything's done electronically down south.
No, they just all live in an Amazon depot.
I can email you a sticker instantly.
Yeah, that would say postage. Yeah, we can email stickers. They can print them out, put some Tipex on the back, and stick them up. So. Yeah.
But yeah, Ted and I live millions of miles from a post office, so we tend to go to them once or twice a month. So if you're waiting for a sticker to be sent to you and you haven't yet had it, don't panic. It just means we haven't got round to doing it yet, because we don't live anywhere near post office. We have to go. We pile them all up into a big pile, and then we go and do them all in one go. If it's a mug, then we just send your details to the guys at eModels, to James, mate, and he then sends the mug to you. But they're out of stock at the minute, so you'll be in a big queue of ones to go out when they get them in.
Yeah, we will get there eventually.
All right, Spid says no rush for it. I got an email from James, mate, about the mug being out of stock, but it will come once here. So yeah, mugs are apparently still out of stock, but they will be there eventually. You're on the list.
What we're hoping is that when they do get the new mugs in, we've not actually got more people waiting than there are mugs, because that will just create all the problems.
I just caught up on I don't know what they're talking about, but he said Spiddy Q says, "Oh dear, I understand that the bigger bed size can be a problem for warping."
Family friendly. Yeah, come on.
When you come in halfway through a conversation and you just pick up what's been said.
AJ says, up at 5:30 night, chaps. Thanks for coming in, AJ.
Yeah. Okay, JJ.
Guy Sargent says, greetings from Missouri. Welcome, Guy Sargent.
Indeed.
You've just missed all the giveaways and that.
It's usually at this point that Cal comes in.
Carl, bless him, has this innate knack of turning Carl from making models turns up just before you start doing all the sticker giveaways. I don't know how he does it every time. He's like, hello everybody, you've done it again.
Beyond Hope says aluminium bed he's talking about 3D printing. Oh, well, that's a relief. But he has learnt soldering as a result.
Just for any of our American cousins who may be viewing, please note that the letter L in the middle of the word soldering. Thank you very much. Public announcement over.
Yeah, Stephen Ralph said he's out on his terrace in Spain.
Ooh, battery on his tablet is going. So bye, gents. Thanks for coming in, dude.
Yeah, bye bye.
Yeah. Out on the terrace. Yeah, if we went out on the terrace, it'd freeze. Even the chicken comes in and sits by the fire tonight.
Oh, is model making chicken indoors? Can we see her?
Yeah, she isn't. She's gone to bed now because it's dark. But she has been coming in the house and sit by the fire.
Do you know the public haven't seen model making chicken for so long, Ted?
We haven't.
It always worries me when you say sitting by the fire, because I have visions of sitting a little bit too close to the fire one day and then being tasty.
Start basting. Yeah.
Scale Model Vamp says 3D printing is part of modelling, so no worries beyond. I don't know what was said, but yes, 3D printing is definitely part of model making.
I think that's the future. Yeah.
And the chat is open for non-model making as well, so we're not.
We don't talk about model making.
We hardly ever talk about model making in here.
The funny thing is, it's a lot of people do like. There are people that don't think they're part of the model making scene because they do things like they make stuff out of matchsticks or they make things out of wood or. And, you know, I run a model making group and it includes people that are things like puppet makers and glass blowers and all kinds of things. If you're making something and it's a miniature version of something, then it's technically a model.
Yeah, I often get asked, what do you do for a hobby? I often say I'm a miniaturist. It sounds a bit more.
That sounds like you're on a beach.
No, you just say you're a naturist. That's what everyone hears.
Well, that's only every weekend.
That just suggests beaches and leopard skin, and I don't want to think about that. I've just maybe the whole chat erupt into American pronunciation.
Yeah, I think you broke it.
I like taking the mick out, gently ribbing our American cousins with their mispronunciations. Scale Model Vamp says soldering. Same with aluminum, says Mark. Minium.
Then everyone says aluminum.
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 Spinny Q says a miniaturist is like a naturist but smaller.
Wee little fella, little tiny fella. There you go. Paul Di Tommaso says he has a small scale plastic hamster coming to make a Warhamster mini. Paul Di Tommaso, if you found somewhere that sells Warhammer scale hamster heads and stuff, you need to let me know where that is so I can order some. So send me an email if you found somewhere that makes little hamster heads for Space Marines. I need to know that information. I must have. Poking hedgehogs. I've not seen a hedgehog for ages. Actually, we've got a hedgehog, but I don't know. I've not seen it for a while.
Yeah, is there any hedgehogs taking up residence at the hedgehog?
We don't think there's one in the hedgehog house that Mama Foxx bought. Her first ever Amazon purchase was 600 berries tea bags and a hedgehog house. She's doing it right, basically. I said, you're doing it right. You're just buying nonsense. But it eats. Something is eating all the hedgehog food that we put out each night. So that could be the squirrel. Beyond Hope says, guys, I've got two 1/72 scale Revell space shuttles. I want to 3D print the main tank and solid rocket boosters. The size is panicking me.
Yeah, they're going to be quite big because I did the 144 space shuttle and the tank is about that big. So yeah, it's going to be twice that.
I'm guessing the space shuttle kit doesn't come with the boosters and fuel tank then.
It depends on the kit. There's lots of different kits that do.
It's a Revell, so it'll have half capacity probably.
But probably not a 1/72 because that's going to be quite big.
That's true. Yeah, maybe not.
Michael Jackman says, "Don't knock the USA. They gave us the quarter pounder."
That's true. Dad is drooling over the 1/72 space shuttle because, as we know, Dad likes his space shuttle business. Dad's all up in that space shuttle business.
Yeah, he's got all of them ever made, I think.
Sorry, just holding on food. I think quarter pounder's a con because it's not quarter pound when you get it. It's like a 2-bed piece, isn't it?
And you get the wrong place.
Oh, Paul Di Tommaso says it's a Japanese gashapon toy. Oh, okay. Never mind then. Sigh. I've been looking to do some Space Marines, but with hamster heads, so like war hamsters. But funnily enough, all the companies that do like resin add-on parts for Warhammer, nobody does like hamster heads. So funny that.
Strange. Well, you'd have thought that would have been one of the more popular things, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but no, obviously not. And it's not that something you want to 3D print because most 3D printers wouldn't have the kind of quality for it. So never mind.
Right. Scale Model Vamp said it's going to take him 2 days. Is that the print?
I think he's ordered something.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh no, it says just use the sizes in the build box when slicing or editing final. They're doing 3D printing talk.
3D printing talk. Yeah.
Beyond Hope says Ted, local kebab house sells half pounders. Is Beyond Hope not in the UK because it's kebab shop? So it's not in the UK. It's kebab house. It sounds more civilized. You can't be civilized. Kebab house sells half pounders that they're as big as drink coasters and 5 times as thick. My local chippy does a thing called what they call it, a Challenger burger. It's 2 half-pound burgers and onion rings and a fried egg and bacon and slices of sausage and a ton of other stuff, and it's like.
Yeah, I've got a local burger shop that do a burger that's got 3 quarter-pounder burgers in it. So it's like...
Ted's doing maths now. You made Ted do maths.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of all the things I can't eat anymore.
Oh, so. Beyond Hope says, I'm in the Midlands, Fox. We're posh down here. Right.
Up there, you mean? In the Midlands, that'd be north.
Yeah, kebab house is very civilised. Kebab shop up north.
Fan Michael's doing his best to try to keep up with the chat, but he says it takes him 2 days to type a comment. He's a hunting pecker. Yeah.
So you have kebab shops, they have kebab houses in the middle.
Yeah.
And down here we just have kebab vans.
Oh no, you get kebab vans. Everywhere has kebab vans.
Okay.
They're also known as health hazards, but there you go. Mobile health warnings. But that's the funny thing. It's like you have a curry house, but you have a kebab shop. But then it's a Chinese takeaway. It's not a Chinese shop or a Chinese house. It's a Chinese takeaway. Curry house, kebab shop. Weird. Us Northerners, we just weird.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Yep.
Osric 9000 says USA also gave us Trump. Moving on.
Yeah, we're not political at eModels.co.uk.
Sergeant Barry says we have Donnerladen here in Germany. Yeah, das ist richtig.
Donnerladen.
Stephen Rolfe says the wonders of modern tech. Got a smartphone. It's not that smart. It allowed me to buy it, but I'm back for the remainder, gents. Double-decker burger bus, says Lord Buckley Limited.
Philly says we call it the Turkaway.
Turkaway.
Is the double-decker still around? I haven't seen any double-deckers for a long time.
Yeah, I have them. I regularly go to shop and buy crisps and chocolate nonsense, and double-deckers are still going. I can see some stickers on your shelf behind you.
I thought that was a Children's Film Foundation production.
That's going back the double-deckers. Good God, man.
Come aboard with the double-deckers.
So many ages are showing right now.
I used to watch it Saturday at the ABC Miners, just after Flash Gordon.
4 in a packet Poundland crisps says Beyond.
I don't like double deckers. I don't like nuts. I do the show with these two. That's enough nuts for me for the week.
Not that much nuts. So. It's mostly what the hell is in it in a double decker? It's that squishy.
I don't know. I don't like them.
Caramel or something like that.
Is it like nougat?
That's it. Yeah, soft nougat. The only thing I would say, a life lesson learned, is what you don't want to do is walk into your local corner shop, buy a double decker or a boost, because both are a problem for this, and then go home, but then forget that the shop was really, really cold, and that the walk home was really, really cold, and that when you try and bite into one of these 2 snacks, all your teeth fall out because they're rock hard, and it's like.
Lord Buckley III says there's no nuts in double deckers.
They have Rice Krispies.
Is it? Oh yeah, it's
is it popped rice?
It's Marathon that's got the nuts in it, isn't it?
Yeah, Marathon, Snickers,
Marathon X, Twix, Raiders thing. Yeah. Why do they keep changing the names of things?
Well, they changed Marathon like about 30 years ago.
Yeah, I know, but I still remember.
Just got round to it now.
They tried to change Twix, but they didn't. They tried to change it to Raiders. Nobody liked it, so it went back to Twix.
Well, I think Raiders are Twix is only Raiders in like France and other parts of like Europe. But no, Raiders is a stupid name. Twix because it's 2.
What was that other bar that you used to get? Was it Texan bar?
Texan bar. Yeah. Oh God, that's a flashback to the 70s. Holy cow!
You used to break your teeth on it.
Oh God, yeah. There was like a. And for some reason, I could never liked Karamak. It was. I quite liked it, but I always felt horrible after eating it.
Yeah. Beyond Hope says, "I want my opal fruits back."
Yeah, Starburst nonsense.
Pete Rogers said the Children's Film Foundation did some great films. Yeah, that was the beginnings of a lot of famous actors these days. They were all in it.
God, I'm getting flashbacks now as a kid. Things like you'd watch something and it would either have a card for the Children's Film Foundation or it would have the Film Board of Canada at the end of it. All the stuff I used to see on telly. Film Board of Canada. Why we had a lot of Film Board of Canada stuff over here.
Yeah, we used to put the card up, but this film has been approved as a certificate A.
Beyond Hope says Texan, a man's got to chew or a man's got to chew.
Yeah,
God,
that was it. Yeah, you used to take a bite and then you couldn't open your mouth because
you wouldn't be able to say that anymore, would you?
No.
They got in trouble with Yorkie, didn't they? Not for girls.
Oh no, it still says that. If you go and buy a Yorkie bar,
they're not allowed to do that anymore now. They don't do that now.
They do up north because we're hardcore. We're not the.
I bet you just got old stock.
Yeah, it could be.
Beyond Hope says, who remembers minty opal fruits and pacers?
Yeah, yes.
Called pacers, yeah, the minty opal
I spent about 2 years trying to force myself to remember what pacers were called. I remembered them, but I thought, I don't want to look it up. I'm going to force my brain because the internet is making me stupid. I need to remember something for myself. So I decided, I'm not going to look it up. I'm going to try and remember what the hell they were called because I used to love them. And it took me 2 years in my brain. I was like doing something one day and I'm like, oh, pacers! Oh! My brain was like, what? And I'm like, oh.
Wade says, tonight I'm mostly having flashbacks to my youth. Yeah, that's what they show usually.
Pretty much what it's all about. I like Fry's chocolate cream. They used to do one with 5 different centres in it.
Oh god, ew, horrible.
That was quite horrible. I like the normal ones that you still get the blue and the green ones.
No, I didn't like any
of those. 5 centres were just strange because the centres never lined up with the bits that you break off either.
They're those that kind of like coffin lid shape, weren't they?
No, they're all the same shape as the ones you can get now. But
look, I mean, like they were kind of like not a coffin lid, but they were kind of.
You're waving your fingers around now, aren't you?
I am. In front of your face, so you can see it. Oh, I'm an idiot. Spangles.
Dicker Evans mentions Bazooka Bubblegum. That was that thing. You used to get a little cartoon strip inside your bubblegum, didn't you?
That was Bazooka Joe.
Was it? Or wasn't
Bazooka Joe. The Cracker Jacks that got sent to me from America, they had stickers inside, which are now gracing the my wet palette box. Yes, a pair brain words Spangles. Yes, Spangles. You used to have the goodies font on the front. Spangles were actually horrible.
Blitz bars with the minty crispy bits, says Spid.
Yep, best biscuit, chocolate biscuit when I was a kid was the United.
What was that one that used to fizz up in your mouth?
That was Space Dust.
Was that Space Dust?
Yeah, Mark 3 BS. I mentioned Space Dust. Yeah, it used to pop in your mouth, didn't it?
Yep.
That came a little bit after I stopped eating sweets. After all my teeth fell out and I stopped eating sweets.
I actually had over the summer because it was really hot. I discovered the joy of honeycomb Magnum, lollies. So I went to Tesco's and bought like a box of 24 because they were that nice. But I got a load of free, sort of like it's individual ones, and I got some of the wrong ones. And one of them was like, I'm sure it was some kind of lolly that was filled with space dust. So it was like a Magnum, and it was like, wow, this whole lolly's exploding in my mouth constantly for like 20 minutes. It's fantastic.
Anders says, did you have Mars Midnight in the UK? Dark chocolate Mars with a white fudge. Yummy. They did a limited edition of it.
Yeah, I think we did have that
20 years ago or something. But,
yeah, I remember those vaguely. Yeah, Viscount biscuits. They were a special occasion posh biscuits. What was the old joke? The woman, the princess would be there, and the guy would side look to her, and she says, "He'd like, I want the Viscount," and he'd be like, "But I'm a prince. I want the Viscount." It doesn't work when you can't actually see me.
Stephen Ralph says Tip Tops. Yeah, they were the cartons of orange juice, weren't they? That you used to get in the cinema. They used
Oh yeah, they all taste plasticky.
Michael Jackman bought a Christmas pack of Fry's chocolate creams. Ew.
Lord Barkley says football cards with bubble gum and a scratch-off joke. Then play flixies against the wall and win more or lose.
Yeah, it's like you used to.
Never used to play that.
But used to flick them against the wall.
Yeah, see how close you can get.
If it's like face up or face down, I think. I remember. God, flixies! I've not heard that for a long time.
I remember like the collectible cards that you got like a pack of 5 cards and one sheet of bubblegum in, like they did Star Wars and Buck Rogers and stuff.
I remember being so stupid as a child that I had no interest in football, but I still bought Panini football stickers and a sticker album. I had no interest in football whatsoever.
I think you only bought it for the smell on the cards.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
it was.
swapsies. You had to do it in the playground. You had to have swapsies. Got that one. Got that one. Need that one.
The thing of like putting the stickers in the book, because I didn't know who any of these football teams were or anything like that. What a stupid child I was.
Yeah, but it might be a shiny one.
No, it was just shiny Pokemon.
Well, yeah, it seems like Poundland is the place to go to buy all these.
Yeah, someone said they do a
retro food
section.
Graham Presswood says correctly, who had a frozen jubbly? Do you remember they were pyramidal cardboard pyramids with orange juice in the middle? They were called Jubilees, but everybody called them Jubblies.
Oh yeah, but you could never get them out. You used to rip the for one thing. You couldn't rip the top off. You had to find some scissors or a knife.
And then when you did, you had to squeeze it really hard to get it out. And when it did come out, it all jumped out and fell on the floor.
Yeah. But I've just got fond memories of like, because at school, secondary school, we walk into the canteen to get your school dinner. There's one dinner lady who she was like, if anybody knows Tintin, she was like kind of Bianca Castiglione type. She was like this operatic dame, but she was just a dinner lady. And she's like, frozen jubblies, boys, come and get your frozen jubblies. And we were all laughing because it's like, it's a jubilee. Why she call it a jubilee? But it's stuck. Don't know, they're just frozen jubblies to all of us.
Anyway, folks, it's 2300 hours. That's
military. Oh dear.
Yeah, that's 11 o'clock in GMT. So it's about, I think we should all be nipping down to Poundland in the morning.
Thanks to Pete Rogers, I've now got the club song in my head.
At least it's not the Double Deckers song.
I don't remember that.
I've got that going around. Yeah.
Foxy sounded like Mrs. Brown, just without the Irish accent.
Anyway, it's got on to 11 o'clock, and it's been a great evening tonight. We've been really chatting a lot tonight. We just, once again, I think we did talk about modelling sometime in it.
Nonsense. Heresy.
I'm sure there was a bit.
Anyway, hopefully by next week, Foxx will be back on camera with us and more to frighten the kids with.
Well, it won't be the same with the camera. I'm much more relaxed when there's no camera.
I think next week my camera will break down, so I can have to run
next week after mine's looking a bit iffy. So
we've all got the same camera.
Mine's starting to wobble. Yeah, it's starting to wobble. So
that is the worry that we've all got the same microphones, the same cameras. So mine's just died.
We'll leave it for this week. As we're all feeling hungry and nostalgic for some old sweets, we'll be nipping to Poundland in the morning, and we'll tell you next week if our teeth are still in. So thank you everybody for coming on and joining us tonight for the giveaways and everything else and the stickers and whatever else and things like that. Until the same time next week.
Smith says, jolly good show, much more pleasing viewing for some reason.
Yes, next week Foxx will be eating his mince live. Okay. So thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you all next week, and don't forget eModels.co.uk. Have a look at the website, keep up to date on their Facebook page, and we'll see you all next week. So bye for now, and thank you.
Anyway, bye. Foxx is waving, and Foxx is waving.
I am waving as well.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night. Bye.